what's up? What's up, fam? How's everyone doing? Thank you. Uh Linda B, Ray Black. Thank you, Sadie. Thank you, Bimba, Queen Jamila, Queen Diva. What's happening, everybody? Y'all up in the skybox? Come on down. But if you scared, stay at home. Don't drop down. Don't drop down. I know there's a lot going on and there's a lot of shit, but I got something for you. I want y'all to just listen to this. Yesterday, I was watching the live. Hey, Miss Playful, baby. Good to see you. Last night, I was watching the live and Diva and I was on the phone and I laughed so hard. Diva couldn't even get a word. I was laughing so hard because someone was looking for their friends. And they had made a statement on their live, and that shit took me out. I mean, I laughed so hard. You ever laughed where your insides was just hurt? I could not get a grip because these people was looking for their friends and they was calling out their friend's name and they couldn't find their friends because there's some shit happening. And, I guess folks are just running scared. I don't know. But let's just take a listen to this. This won't be monetized, y'all. Can y'all hear that? Put a 1 in the chat.
Yes, I have lots of fancy clothes and drive a big fine Cadillac. Not knowing all the time I had these things, my friends would step me straight in the back. No. Even had a house there out there in Beverly Hills. I was moving so fast, y'all. I didn't even have time to worry about paying my bills. Something started changing. My life started rearranging. Now I'm all alone. All the things I once had. I don't have any hope. So strong things have me. I can't find nobody.
Now, where are all my friends? They were looking for their friends and they couldn't find their friends because there's so much happening. But I remember, and Diva will tell you, I never had a lot of friends. I had 1 or 2 main friends, and we were solid. We had been solid for years. And both of my dear friends, who I had been friends with for many, many years, we was ride and die. We would to the end. We'll go to the end of the earth with each other. And then all of a sudden, my friends are no longer here. But not because they left me, because our friendship broke up, but because they're no longer here on earth. God rest their souls. But a lot of times you got to think about it. Who's really your friend? What makes up a friendship? I tell you all the time, you got to cultivate any relationship. And I had some good friends. Thank you, Ronnie Q, for always liking and sharing my video. I appreciate it. So now people are looking for their friends because it's some shit happening over here, and they looking for their friends and their friends are laying low. Let me tell you about a friend. See, a real friend is not going to put you in bullshit. See, a real friend will understand that when things are going down, sometimes you just have to lay low. You don't always have to be side by side with your friend. You got to have emotional intelligence to know, hey, it's time, it's time for me to back off. You talking about you want to go and rob a bank. I'm not about robbing a bank. I don't care if I am your down friend. Certain things I'm just not going to do as a friend. But because you know me, I ain't going to get down like that. So it's no need for you to even question my integrity about being a friend. Because if you know that I'm a friend, you know what type of friend I am. Hey, Styles with Tisa, good to see you, Queen. So you already know what type of friend I am. So people are running around looking for their friends to go into combat with them, to do whatever they think they need to do. But let me tell you, at the end of the day, you are your own best friend. Now, Diva is my best friend. Diva is my best friend. If I do some bullshit, I ain't gonna pull Diva into it Not if I know it's going to risk my life or risk my chance of being free. I'm not going to pull Diva in it because I love her that much as my friend. You don't always have to ride with your friends when they riding dirty. You definitely don't want to ride with them. So when it comes to what's, all the stuff that's going on, it ain't no need for me to ride with nobody. There's no we. I'm not in no cliques. I'm not in no gang. It ain't about being scared. It's about being smart. See, I'm a smart woman. I'm a smart woman. I pick and choose my battles. I've always told y'all, when I get ready to beef, I'll beef. If I don't want to beef, I'm not going to beef. You not going to make me feel so uncomfortable by calling me scared punks. You a pussy, you a this. You ain't getting down with me. Oh, you not riding with me. And if you my real friend, you know I'm not riding with you. Don't let people back you into a corner that you come out here fighting for somebody else. Ain't nobody never fought for me. I ain't fighting for nobody else. I'm just going to sit back here and chill. I'm not going to come on here and do anything different. Not for money, not for numbers, not for fame, and definitely not for friends. Okay? So people looking for their friends and their friends not there, that should tell you something. They wasn't really friends in the first place. See, because a real friend will pull your coat. Miss.Teavalocity, don't do that. Come on, I'm not gonna ride with you. If you going to rob a bank, I'm not going, sis. I don't care. Whatever you gonna do, you gonna do by yourself. Cause I'm gonna protect myself first. See? Hey, Dobie, I'm not protecting everybody else. There's no we. I don't speak French. I barely could speak English. So I'm not riding. I'm not getting out here fighting. I'm not getting out here belittling nobody, degrade nobody, going at nobody, calling. I'm not doing none of that shit. I'm going to sit back here in the cut and be Mz.Teavalocity. I've never come down here different. I've never came down here different. You don't have to call me out. I don't have to call you out. We don't have to call each other out because you already know how I'm riding. You already know that. So don't have people back you in the corner and think that you got to fight because you done put your mind in a mental state that you are in some type of cult or clique. I'm not in nobody's clique. I ain't in nobody's cult. I'm not a group thinker. I'm a free thinker, and I'm going to continue to be a free thinker. So I don't know where these people friends are at, what they expecting from their friends. I expect you to sit back and mind your business. If they not fucking with you, don't fuck with them. That's just, it is what it is. Now, I don't know what's going on because I've been working. I know it's some crazy stuff going on to a certain degree, but I don't know it's in its totality. But I just wanted to come out and say, I'm not shooting bullets at nobody who's not shooting at me. I've never done that, and I'm not going to start doing that to be part of a clique. See, because people will tell you, and I've been telling y'all this from day one, you got to do this. You got to go here. You got to be with this person. You got for you to fit in and for you to get the numbers and for you to network. Some friends and some networking I don't want. And I have that choice. I have that liberty to pick and choose who I want to be my friend. I don't want no new friends. I've told people that from day one, if I stay over here and I got 10 people over here, those 10 people are okay with me. I appreciate everyone's support, but I'm not getting out here doing nothing that I normally don't do just to prove to somebody that I'm their friend or I'm part of a sector. I've always said that it's not no fucking you scared, you this, you that. No, I'll use common sense. You not messing with me, I'm not messing with you. You ain't been supporting me. You ain't been riding with me. You ain't been friending me. So we're not going to change the way we do things now. Please make sure you hit this like button. Just tap that diamond. So don't let people tell you that you scared. You a punk. You this, you that. That if that's what they think of you now, they thought that about you before. Hey, newbie, what's going on? Don't let people get y'all in the beat. See, I see how these trolls drops down here. I see how people use this certain verbiage to make you think, well, I don't know, maybe I should get out there and show that I'm part of them. I don't owe nobody a goddamn thing, and I don't have to prove nothing to no one but me, myself, and I. I know what level of intelligence I have, but you got people who's going to feel some type of way and they gonna get down here to prove that they ride and die. I'm not riding and dying with nobody but me, myself, and I, and my sister. Now, my mods, I appreciate the support, the people who support me. Listen, this is no disrespect to nobody, but just don't expect me to be other than myself. I've been riding this way for 4 years. From the very beginning, I have always said, I stand alone because I believe in myself. I'm not a group thinker. You can call me what you want. People can make 1,000 videos and say people are running. You could say whatever the hell you want. I am not going to change from being Mz.Teavalocity. I don't come down here. I don't get in all that beef and mess and degradation that we do to each other, because it's so much more that I can offer, so much more I can offer than to try to tear you down, especially if you one of my people. I'm definitely not going to tear you down. If I can't build you up, I'm definitely not going to tear you down. So I am an independent thinker. I've been an independent content creator. I support who I support, but there's no we. Don't be trying to call people out here to do some shit. You just do it on your own. Do it on your own. You could say what you want. You could say what you want. Don't let people back you into a corner to make you think that you have to go out here and do things. It's so many group mentality people in these different areas. Because I told you there's no gates. There's no lock and key. There's no gatekeepers. There's no owners. There's no nothing here. You come down here, if you feel like being a content creator, you come down here and do your content, whatever type of content, commentary you want to do, and you leave. You leave. You don't owe anyone anything. That's just, it is what it is. So, don't think that people getting flaky on you or people ain't riding with you. People just don't want to be part of some of this bullshit that goes on here. I come down here for entertainment. I do this for entertainment. I enjoy the people who come over here to hear me. I don't have 5, 6, 7, 800,000 folks in my chat, but it's okay for me. Because if I got to show my ass, if I got to degrade you, if I got to get on platforms and cuss you out just to be a part of you, I'm not going to do that. And most people respect me for who I am. Come on, y'all. Let's get those likes up. There's 83 people in here. We could do better than 23 likes. Just do better than 23 likes. It's 85 people in here. I'm just telling you, just be who you are. Don't try to fit in. It's so many people down here that try to fit in. And one thing about me, I've never liked an ass kisser. Even when I own my business. If I had an employee who came and told me everything and told on everybody, I viewed them as an ass kisser sometime. Why are you coming to tell me this? Now, if it was to jeopardize my business, then I appreciate it. But just to be telling you, running my office, telling me what another worker do all the time, I think you're trying to be an ass kisser, and I don't like ass kissers. I don't. I've never liked those. And I hear people going, oh no, they weak over there. They real weak. They this, they that. That's what you think of me. It's okay. What you eat don't make me shit. What you think about me don't diminish who I am. I know who I am. I always say I am 100% unapologetically me. And that's what I give. I can't give you nothing or no more than me. I just can't do that. So no, I'm not going to do anything different than I've been doing. You know, it is what it is. Why should I change up now? And I've never changed up. And most people who's riding with other people, they don't even like them. Most people who you befriend sometime. Now just think about it when you was young. Let's just do this. Let's do this analysis. Let's do this analogy. When you was young, most people were scared of a bully, right? And so you get a group of girls, and you're not a fighter. You kind of scared, but you want to run with the big dog because everybody like her, everybody like him. They well known, and if you get in with that person, you look kind of cool. Right? You look kind of cool. And so you hang with that person. Then you allow that person to do anything to you. And that person have the tendency to bully you and do anything to you and say anything to you and deem you weak because they know you want to fit in so bad that you sacrificing who you are just to fit in. I'm not sacrificing who I am, my morals, my integrity, my belief to fit in with no one. You like me or you don't. I'm not fighting no one. If they not fucking with me, I'm not messing with them. Point blank, period. Hey, Mixology, what's going on? Thank you, baby, for joining me. I know you've been at peace, sister, and you've been doing some good things like, getting yourself together. I watch you. Hey, Berber. But I'm just going to tell you that. Don't let people back you in the corner that you feel like you got to come out here fighting. That's a group mentality. Hey, let the big dogs fight. If that's what they want to do, let them fight. But I'm not coming out here fighting nothing and nobody. I don't give a shit what somebody say about me. I'm not changing for no one. I'm not changing for no one. And I know sometimes the pressure get on when you down here, but that's why I said that people need to learn how to take sabbaticals, take breaks, and really evaluate your real life because you are allowing this to get into your real life. You're allowing it to get into your spirit because you want to belong so bad to a group. You don't have to belong to a group. You could be an individual. And I know they have that saying, no man is an island by himself, or no woman is an island by herself. But sometimes you can be an island and you could be on that island by yourself. And eventually people will come around. People will come around. People will like you and they'll do what they have to do. You don't have to kiss ass to belong. People change like the weather, so it's best to be independent. I only know how to be me, you guys. To be honest with you, I don't know. Hey, View, I don't know how to be anyone else other than me. You might not like the person I am, but I love me. I just want to be me. I just want to be free. I have never, ever, even in my younger years, Diva will sit here and she'll tell you, she don't have many friends. She don't fool with people. She don't do this. She don't do that. I've never kept up with the styles of clothing. I've never tried to keep up with the group of people. I've always been on my own. And if I'm 62 years old and I've been doing that ever since I'm a child, it has always worked for me because it gives me deep discernment. It gives me time to look at and evaluate people that come around. Everybody around me ain't my friend. Everybody in this chat, maybe they might not really like me. I don't know. I don't know. But I'll say this, I'm fine by myself. If you don't like me, I'm fine. You may be with somebody who don't like me, then you just start not liking me because they don't like me. But you have to ask yourself, am I independently thinking or I'm thinking in a group fashion? I'm not a group thinker. I'm not a group thinker. I'm just sitting back watching all this. And I'm just gonna sit back and watch it. That's all. I ain't gonna be here too long. I ain't gonna be here too long. What that lady said, I ain't gonna tarry too long. I'm just gonna come down here and look at, talk to my people. And I'm just sitting back taking notes. See, because the very people that you think are your friends are the very people selling you out. They selling you out For what reason? Because they never really liked you. I always tell people over here, if you did something to someone, they never really forgave you. They may be being cordial with you, hanging out with you, letting you hang out, but they really don't like you because they never forget the way you made them feel. I never forget the way someone made me feel, whether it was happy, sad, or whatever. I'll never forget it. And I'm not one to forgive real easy. They'll tell you about that shit. Diva will tell you. I hold grudges, and that might not be good. That might not be good, but that's just something I do. But I noticed the way I move at 62. I've been moving that way all my life, and it works for me. It works for me. And as long as I'm comfortable in my skin, I'm fine. I don't need anyone else to be in my company if you don't truly like me. It's so much flip flopping down here, switching, changing, cussing each other out, being friends the next minute. It makes me wonder if some of these people have friends in real life. You can't have real life friends who love you and who cherish you, who you go out and celebrate, who celebrate you. You celebrate them. They celebrate your kids. You celebrate their kids. Y'all go out and have a good time. Y'all travel. Y'all see the world. You do your own thing. You can't have that because you're too caught up in this YouTube shit. You got to learn how to separate it. You have to learn how to separate. You guys aren't separating reality from fiction. You guys are living in this virtual world, allowing this virtual world to control you. People on this internet to control you. Hey, Jazzy, what's going on? Yeah, we must forgive. We must forgive. I'll say I forgive you and I keep it moving. But every time I forgive somebody, I'm going to tell you my life experience. It seemed like that person comes around, do the same thing or do something worse than they did to me before, and I forgave them. Some people never change. To forgive somebody, they have to show you change behavior as well. And a lot of people don't show you change behavior. And so, should I really forgive them? No, you always got to keep one eye open. One eye open. I remember my husband used to say this all the time. He said, I always sleep with one eye open. I said, what do you mean by that? And I used to watch him. And I said, well, no, he don't have one eye open. But now I knew what he meant. He sleeps with one eye open. He keep his eye on everything around. Very observant, was a very smart person, sharp, you know? So I do the same over here. I do the same on YouTube. I sit back sometime and just watch people. That's all. And I know if I want them to be my friend. Some of these people I don't want to be my friends. I don't, it's okay if they don't share me out or they don't support me. They don't come over here. I'm fine over here. I always tell y'all I'm fine. I don't have to have all that. See, attention. I don't need all that attention. I get a lot of that shit around from my family. So I don't need that. I don't need that. So I would say you don't have to run scared. You don't have to let people back you into a corner. Just continue to do you. Whatever's going to happen is going to happen, and you'll deal with it when it's time to deal with it. But there's no we. What we gonna do? We ain't gonna do a goddamn thing. I'm gonna sit back and watch y'all do it because I don't have anything to do with it. I don't own no ownership of nothing on here other than my computer. My computer, and I pay my bills to make sure my computer keeps running in my phone. That's all I owe. That's all I owe to anyone. That's all I own. So it's all good, y'all. It's all good. I don't mind being by myself. I don't mind not being the top dog of a sector or a section of something, or I don't have to be the CEO. You know, I don't have to be none of that. You know, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Kids, etc. And then the next week they besties and they friends and stuff. Yeah, just some things, baby, I've never had the desire to do. You know, I just never had the desire to have a lot of friends, and I don't want to be the biggest content creator on YouTube, or I don't want to be the queen of nobody sector. I don't want to do all. I just want to come down here and do my commentary. Hey, QI, what's going on? So it is what it is. Let me read some of these comments. Like I told y'all, I ain't gonna be here long, but I'm gonna come on and talk to my people. Nah, why give second chances to people on here? Is one and done. See, you know, Ronnie Q, I think the more too that I stay here, to be honest, I think it toughens me up. What's going on, baby? What's going on? You all right? I think it toughens me up and make me change too when I see how these people flip flop and how they try to, you know, dog each other and degrade each other. I'm just not into that. I'm just not into it. So yeah. If you did something to me, let's just keep it that way. You stay over in your corner, I stay in mine. The best way to be solo dolo. Good evening. Hey, Jill. Can't speak individually, but I am here and listening. Thank you, Jill. I am not going to be on here long. Like I said, I know that people are, you know, out here tussling and bustling and knocking each other heads off. They knocking, they knocking, each other heads off. And I know they got a lot of shit going on. So like I said, I'm just sitting back watching it. But again, where are all my friends? They was wondering where were all their friends, and nobody answered. They was calling out names. Where you at? Where you at? Get down here and fight. No, we do. Ain't no we. Y'all do y'all thing. Y'all do y'all thing. You know, it is a very delusional sector. Nini, it's so good to see you, baby. I haven't seen you in a long time. Mrs. Kev H, fake bonding and content. I forgive, but I know who you are. I won't set myself up again. Yeah, I know you guys. I've always had that problem with it. Diva tell me, Tiva, you just don't forgive people and you can't hold grudges. And I know, and I ask God to change that. He's not through with me yet. But it seems like when when you just, it's almost like you set yourself up over here or over here on here. You set yourself up. You do, because you forgive a person and then a couple of days later they back drag you, and it's entertainment for them. I get it as entertainment for them. Some things aren't so entertaining. Like when they do some of this shit, I just cut them off and I go watch mukbangs. I go watch television. I go watch casinos. I'm just not going to be a part of a lot of this shit. I'm not. Hey, Tracy, what's going on? You always give wise and good advice, Miss Tiva, and I look darn good for 62. Oh, look, thank you, baby. Thank you. I appreciate that. You know what? Like I said, I'm not going to come down here. I made a vow to God. I think I've told you all this. I don't have to keep telling, but I made a vow to God and myself that I would never come down here and do some of the things that I see people do. Yes, it's entertainment. Yes, it's a little messy. Some of it's fun, but some of it is definitely crossing the line. I'm never going to do that. Before I do that, I will just pull the plug on this YouTube and keep it moving. YouTube not paying me, but and not, let me tell you something. YouTube, I don't foresee YouTube paying me enough to ever sacrifice my integrity. No one can pay me enough to sacrifice my integrities and my morals. I just won't do it. Hey, YouTube, baby. I had a question for you, YouTube, but some people getting so carried away over here with people, filling their heads up like they this and they that, and they this person, they that person, and they flipping on people and they doing this to people, and I just don't get into that bullshit. I've always just been myself, you guys. I don't come here and show y'all nobody different than who I really am. I am really Mz.Teavalocity. This is me. This is me. It ain't nothing that I come down here and do that's really not me. I'm a little mellower here. But I can be a beast, and I've always told people that. But I made that promise to God and myself, and I have to keep that promise that I would never come down here and call people a bunch of bees and talk about their kids, talk about their misfortune. And let me tell you about your past. See, your past is your past. That's what it is, your past. Whatever you've done in your past life, even if you're not proud of it, it's your past. Hopefully, you have gotten to a point that you live better than your past life if you wasn't proud of it. If you was ashamed of your past life, hopefully you have worked on being a better person. A lot of us have done things in our past that we may have regrets about doing. It's your past. Don't allow people to hold you to your past and keep bringing up your past. And you're afraid to admit your past. Whatever you've done in the past, I don't know where you stand spiritually, but if you ask God to forgive you, you keep it moving. Don't worry about a man forgiving you so much. Worry about your spiritual connection. If God can forgive me, so can you. And I know it sounds like an oxymoron coming out my mouth when I said I don't forgive, but I just told you God ain't through with me yet. I'm not perfect. I'm not perfect at all. I just try to be the best person I can be. You can't tell me nothing about my past. Anytime you bring up my past, I will shut that shit down because that's not where I live anymore in my past. You learn as you get older. There's a lot of things I've done in my past that I would never do now because I'm mature. I'm a different woman. I've lived a different lifestyle now. So you can't make me stay in my past. So if it's something in your past that people bring up, yeah, that's my past. That ain't who I am now. But if you continue to be that same person, it's not your past, it's your present. And if you don't straighten it up, it's going to be your future because that's just who you are. That's where you want to stay. I don't want to stay in the same place. I want to evolve. And so should you. So should you. So if it's your past, leave it in your past. Just leave it there. God has given you another opportunity to make your present better and your future even better. Yeah, even better. So don't worry about that. Don't worry about the small stuff because people will always bring up your past, especially if it's bad, because they want you to stay in that. They want you to stay there. If you used to be a hooker and now you are a missionary or you are a minister or you are this and that, that was your past. You evolved from that past. Don't let people throw up your past and make you feel like you're still in that place. Because, see, people will always do that. People will always bring up your past. People will always bring up the bad in you. They always want to make you look bad. And the reason why most people do that is because they're no good. They're no good. They mean you no good, and they are no good. And there's a lot of traumatized people down here. There's a lot of traumatized people who haven't dealt with their traumatization, and they really need to go seek professional help. There's miserable, hurt, broken people who will continue to try to take you about your past. That's why I don't play this shit with them. When they start talking about, oh, you was a this, you was a that, you did this, you did that. You talking about my past. You don't want me to grow. Why you don't want me to grow? Are you afraid that I'm a blossom and bloom to my fullest and evolve so good that I'm going to surpass you? That's why people do that. Because they're afraid that you're going to surpass them. You're going to surpass them and you're going to be a better you and you're going to shine and they want to dim your light. Don't let people dim your light. It is what it is. Your past is your past. It is what it is. So that's it for me. That's it for me because I know I'm hearing certain things and I'm saying, yeah, people past is being brought up. It's just crazy. And like I said, people normally want you to stay in your past. They want you to live in your past. And the reason why they want you to live in their past, because they want to dull your light and make you look one way while they look another way, while they shine. They want to shine. So they want to talk about you. They want to degrade you. They want to break you down. They want to say what you used to do or what you don't have. See, I don't like that shit. I don't say what people don't have. See, because there's been a time when I was in a position where I don't have the shit that I have now. But I have worked to have the things that I have now to enjoy life. And that's what I do. See, but I remember the Christmas that I had when I had the little Christmas tree and I put it on a box and I flocked it and decorated and I put a couple of toys under the Christmas tree and my children were so grateful. But I felt so bad because I didn't have as much as I wanted to give to them. But they were so grateful because they just was enjoying Christmas. I had made the best Christmas I had. So now when I moved to bigger and better, I made better Christmases. But I would hope in their lifetime they never forget about that little Christmas because they saw where their mother evolved. See, I didn't stay in that place, but they knew I had been there before. But you can't shame me of my past. No one should be able to shame you of your past unless you're still doing that in your future, in your present right now. That's all. That's all. That's it. I didn't come on here to preach. Hey, talent, YouTube cameras. Hey, baby, free thinker. What's going on, sugar? Your past does not define your future exactly. And a lot of your past was life lessons to me. They were life lessons to me, and I'm glad that I experienced them. And I'm glad that I had a second and a third and a fourth chance to get it right. What I didn't get right, I had the opportunity to get right. And that's okay. That's okay. Talent, you know damn well I don't have no troll pages. That's Duchess and Talent. That's the fear, Mz.Teavalocity. Yeah. It means they could possibly do something too, but they don't want to make the effort. People throw someone past in their face because number one, they believe someone owes them something. Good point. Number two, they think the person wasn't punished enough and they want the person to keep being punished. That's a good point right there. That's a good point. And three, people haven't made positive changes in their lives. And when you change, it makes them feel like ish because it'll make them feel real uncomfortable. You know, I've always I constantly, or no, that's not what I want to say. I always remember something that your most people don't like for you to change, especially if you changing for the good, because they want to keep you down with them where you at. Anytime you elevate, you're gonna lose friends. You're gonna lose friends because everybody can't go. Everybody can't go. They don't have what it takes to go when you go on higher levels. And when you get in the rise and go on higher levels, you're going to leave a lot of people behind that don't want to go on higher levels. You can't take everybody. And I remember that. Healthy. Heal thy your health is your own responsibility. No matter where trauma comes from, at some point, it's up to you. Yeah. Okay, y'all. Y'all know I get real behind. Oh, thank you so much, viewers of you. I appreciate that. But I want y'all to know that don't let people back you in the corner and make you feel as though that you got to do something you don't have to do. Continue to do what you do. Continue on a path that you're on if it's a good path. Now, if it's a bad path, then that's something different. But continue on your path. Don't allow people to punk you or make you feel some kind of way so you can conform to what they want you to do. Hey, Melanated Queen. Hey, Kilolo, baby. Talent, thank you for joining me. Okay, y'all, I'm going to drop this because I'm done. I'm done. I don't want to sound like a preacher woman, but I'm done. Okay? So I'm going to drop this link. If you're welcome to come down here and tell me what you think. Like I said, there's a lot going on. Some people are, look, hold on, y'all. Just give me a minute. I laugh so hard. Hold on. Hold on, y'all. I got to get this off. I got to get this off.
I used to tell them, did used to let them rock home, but they never, never, ever, never, never brought them back. Never gonna nothing. I'm so old. Didn't have a home. I ain't got no place to lay my head. Someone will help me. But I need a loan. I'm looking up. I'm looking for the friends I used to call my very own. I need somebody.
He said he's looking for all his friends. So, with that being said, I ain't going to stay very long. Y'all make sure that you have the right friends around you for you to evolve, to grow. Cultivate your friendships, your true friendships. Don't worry about people who pretending to be your friends. Just make sure you know who your true friends are. Like I said, I don't have a lot of friends, and that's by choice. That's by choice. But it is what it is, you guys. Don't let people back y'all into the wall. Don't let that weak shit get to you. Roll by yourself if you have to. Don't give a damn what people say about you. Stay in your place, in your lane, in your comfortability. Stay in your comfortability because people will make you feel some kind of way because they want you to get out there and do what they doing. If you choose not to do it, don't do it. Point blank, period. I ain't going to be here long. I just wanted to give that little message today because there's a lot going on. There's a lot going on. And people seem to think that they have to be down there doing what other people doing. Just do what you do. Do what you know to do. Stay in your lane. Whatever's going to happen is going to happen. You don't have to be in fear of anyone other than God and God Himself, if that's what you believe. God herself, Buddha, Allah, whoever you believe in. That's all you have to fear is that higher power. The energy out here is shifted. But see, people don't listen to you. But my spirit told me that the energy was about to shift, and I just needed to sit back and watch. I told y'all, I made a video and told you some friends you don't need, some people you don't need around you. They bring the wrong energy, but some people like to keep company. They just feel the need to have a large crowd around them. I don't need a large crowd around me. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Hold on. Hey, I didn't see you drop down. Is that you? Is that
Hi,
you?
Mz.Teavalocity. Good
Hey,
evening. How are
baby.
you?
How are you?
Hey, how are ya? I'm doing
That's it.
well. Thanks for asking.
Hey, baby.
Yeah,
What's
that
going
was
on?
me. I just was late getting here, so I was like skipping through to kind of see what all you covered, and then I just
Mm-hmm.
clicked the link. I
Mm-hmm.
clicked the link after you finish your music.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Hey, baby.
but I heard you talking about the people that's wanting people to fight and stuff. I find it very very interesting. um
Oh, Lord.
People are wanting people to go and do, but I believe that it's always, or at least before, it was always every man for himself or herself.
Hold on, JD. That's you, Talent?
Yeah,
Because he
it's me.
ain't. Oh, wow. Hey, Talent. Welcome to the platform. Yeah, people want you to get out there and fight. What you believe, JD? Go ahead. Finish up, baby.
Oh, I was saying, back in the day, it was every man for himself or herself.
Mm-hmm.
Cause I mean, if I'm not tripping, anytime I had to fight in the courtroom, it was just me up in there,
Mm-hmm.
and the whole sector made money and did commentary about it. So the fact is, y'all stirred up a hornet's nest with this man. Y'all better fight.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I
Yeah.
say,
Hey, Talent, how are you?
well, this is what I just
Hi,
don't.
hi, JD. How are
Go
you?
ahead, Talent. You go, baby. You go.
How are you, T Velocity?
I'm doing great.
You know
I'm
what?
doing great, baby.
Well, that's good to hear. I'm not doing too well. I got to be honest with you. You talked about a negative energy, and
Mm-hmm.
I got to be honest. My friends and I have been talking for better part of a year. We've had a we've had this feeling, an uneasy feeling, And you're talking about a negative energy inside of the
Mm-hmm.
beef sector, and the big scheme of things, that's irrelevant. But
Okay.
I know Ronnie Q had touched on this recently, and
Mm-hmm.
has addressed some of this what I'm about to say. But I think I think for beef sector content creators,
Uh-huh.
I think they need to focus on a bigger picture, because what's happening in November with this election is
Mm.
one of the most pivotal elections in our lifetime. And I don't say that, and
Yeah.
uh, and I deal with a lot of individuals, some wealthy, some not,
Mm-hmm.
and they all, to the person, say
Mm-hmm.
they say, Langston, I'm experiencing that same issue. It's just an unease. And see, what a lot of people don't really know, because I don't know how much interaction people have with white people, or have white
Mm.
friends, but
Mm.
the liberal whites are
Mm-hmm.
starting to sift
Mm.
over, and it's based on a lot of different factors, and I don't want
Mm-hmm.
to get into that, but leading that is crime. But there's also something that's permeating throughout the US, and I know people have talked
Yep.
about it. Trump has spoken about this as well, but people didn't know what he was talking about. He
Mm-hmm.
talked about people are angry, and what he was referencing is white people. He can't come out and say it, but white people
Right. Right.
are really angry. And they're angry for a variety of reasons.
Mm-hmm.
But a lot of that is based on, uh, and I know this is going to sound kind of wild, but it's based on algorithms. It's based
Exact.
on the internet and what's being
Yep.
delivered to people.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and you have content creators in the B sector who think that it's funny. They want to play devil's advocate. They want to spark conversations by saying they're Trump supporters. And they're and this is going to pick up as we get closer to the election. You're going to see a lot of content creators who lack any originality, lack any real
Mm-hmm.
commentary. Just say,
Mm-hmm.
"Hey, let's vote for Trump," with no,
Mm.
and they don't have any reasoning behind it.
Mm-hmm.
Just spew talking points you see Fox News clowns
Mm-hmm.
spout. But
Mm-hmm.
it's troubling what I'm seeing, because I'm seeing a lot of black people. I'm seeing my community
Mm-hmm.
really acting like there's a debate. I don't care if Biden is senile. I don't care
Mm-hmm.
what he is. We don't have a choice, because on the other hand, you've got an individual who's trying to set the clock back.
Mm-hmm.
Making America great again is about something a little bit darker than most people know. Uh,
Exactly.
but I hesitate about speaking about this. I'm usually trolling when I click a link, but
Mm-hmm.
the time, when you talked about this negative energy, it just clicked to me, because I'm always having these conversations
Mm-hmm.
about politics, and
Mm-hmm.
what's about to happen, and
Mm-hmm.
uh, and I think there should be a place. And then again, this is the beef sector, and I know people don't want to hear this. They can go to other places for it, but
Mm-hmm.
few who do want to entertain that conversation, I think it would be beneficial for a conversation to be had. And some people will say, well, what can we do about it? There's a lot of things you can do, especially as a content creator, because you're influencers. And
Yeah.
not
Mm-hmm.
he, even the dumbest content creator has individuals that follow them, and then those people that follow them also pass on miscommunication to their family members.
Mm-hmm.
Spreads like a virus, and this is why I talk to people, and I show them how misinformation, disinformation can spread like a virus, like COVID,
Right.
like, well,
Right.
any name, but just like like a normal virus. But I'm speaking too much, but I wanted to
What
just say,
talent?
well, go ahead, JD.
But this about them think or people thinking that Biden is too old ain't anything new. Look how they did Bernie Sanders when he ran.
Oh.
And I thought he
Mm-hmm.
was a better candidate.
No, but it see, that's the point. We don't have a choice as black people. We
Right.
do not have a choice.
because on the other side is somebody who can't who doesn't even want to denounce racism,
Mhm.
who is trying to who supports the destruction
Mhm.
of voting rights and what they're doing to set us back. And some of in terms of the literature being banned in Florida, and
Mm.
and to erase history. I mean,
Mhm.
it is troubling. And I know that, like I said earlier, this is the beef sector. It's not for a whole bunch of other things, but I think we do have to take some time in this sector because there's a lot of people who are
Yep.
easily influenced. And I'm not saying they're slow
Ah.
or anything like that, because
Mhm.
what it is, what we're finding, the American electorate
Mhm.
is easily influenced. This is how Ronald Reagan became governor of California,
Mhm.
or Schwarzenegger, and just actors.
Mhm.
There's no real. I don't want to say the American electorate is stupid, but they're easily influenced.
Influenced.
And
Influenced.
and
Right.
if you have control of social media, if you have, let's say, someone like Elon Musk, who is in
Mm.
South Africa, and there's a whole
Mhm.
thing behind that, who is controlling
Mm.
one of the biggest outlets, communication outlets in the world, and you see what his sentiments are. I don't know if you talked about the Don Lemon thing, but
No,
it,
and Ronnie Q told me about it, and I copied the link. Excuse me, and I never went to watch it, so I will make it a point to watch that. Go
it,
ahead, Talent, and then I'm gonna
yeah,
say something else. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
yeah, no. I know I'm talking too much, and this isn't the
No,
place. But I have to.
no.
I was feeling kind of down because of a conversation I had earlier about what's going on in America. Um, but no, this is a great conversation, even about what you're talking about, T Velocity. I
Mhm.
don't want to veer too far, but
Mhm.
yeah, there is there are people coming in to
Right.
infiltrate,
Mhm.
which is crazy to say because, and I'll leave on this note. A couple years ago, Miss Olivia and Lady Snoop, they accused me of leading a group of trolls, and
Mhm.
and we had malicious intent to take over the beef sector. Now it was pure garbage, and I think most people took
Mhm.
for it as garbage. But
Mhm.
there were some people who latched onto that. But now you have a situation where it's really taking place, and you don't hear from Miss Olivia or Lady Snoop about it. But that's all I wanted to say. But continue on.
Here,
Great live
but
as always,
Oh,
T
wait a
Velocity
second.
and
No,
JD.
no,
but wait
no
a minute.
talent. No
Wait.
talent.
Go ahead. Wait a minute. I want
Well,
to say that.
no talent. Get your rock back up here. Because Lady Snoop was just up in the man chat today. They friends. That man that's over there doing the most. Lady Snoop was up in his chat. They friends. But go ahead, Miss T Velocity.
Let me tell you something. But talent left. Okay, but let
Yeah,
me
that's what
say
I'm
this
saying. He
here.
left.
Damn talent. I wanted you to stay here because I wanted to touch on that. When you say influencers, we are influencers. We are our social media influencers, and we do have a certain effect on people. Now, here's the deal. When you think about that, you got to think about why is the distraction so tough on social media? And he said about algorithm, that's it. That's a part of it. It's so heavenly over here. It is so heavily soiled, and I don't want to say soil, that's not the word I wanted to use, but we are so focused on the wrong thing that we are not watching what's going on in real life because we are so caught up. But that's the purpose of them rolling those commercials. And I just want to say something. Hold on. If you think that these people don't sit back and study us, this is the purpose, that now you can roll the commercials in, because they looking at the people getting excited about making this little money over here. They feeding us these little peanuts, and they keeping us distracted. Anytime is election time, something comes around major to distract us, especially the black community. You'll hear like, let me just do something hypothetically. They'll start talking about, just say Kanye West. He going crazy, he doing something. And we all start focusing on Kanye West while they behind the scenes making new laws. But that's what they do. They keeping us distracted so we won't see what's really going on in the real world. And most people won't even get out there and vote because they'll be so lost and so caught up in this YouTube, this energy. I'm telling you, there's a wait, no, I'm trying to get it together. Help me out, JD. You know, there's a flow of energy just so dark and negative, and we're
You're probably thinking about influx. There's an
influx.
influx.
Thank you, baby. Thank you.
You're welcome.
It's an influx of negative, strong energy, dark energy coming this way. And we're getting so caught up. And when I say we, I'm talking about the majority of people are getting so caught up with this distraction that we're not paying attention to what's going on in the real world. And they about to do some shit that we're not going to be able to reverse if we don't pay attention and get ahead, at least try to get ahead of it. But we are caught up in the wrong thing. But they always throw these distractions in. Now you got these commercials that could roll in between, because what they trying to do is mentally make us believe we can make more money. And so they know that 9 times out of 10, most people by the algorithm could tell what's going on are money hungry. So we're missing the main focus, and that's in the real world. Okay, go ahead, JD.
Well, I think when it comes to the conversation about politics and people supporting Trump, I think what most people fail to realize, or at least my generation, or I would say the B sector as a whole, except for the older people who've been voting for a while, what people don't understand is that if Trump were to get elected, he would still be eligible for 8 years. Is that correct?
Yep. He still
So
will be.
wouldn't that stamp him as being, if he got another reelection, he could potentially be the longest sitting president ever?
But
Because I
hold
don't
on,
know if
JD.
anybody did 12 years before.
But hold on, JD. You know, when he was in office before, he was trying to make a no term limit for presidents. So if he get back in office now, that is what they working on, to make a no term limit for presidents. So he could be our president forever. They could just
And see,
destroy this shit.
but even with what they have now, we had him for 4 years. Now we don't, but he's able to run again, and then he could still
Yep.
do a consecutive 8 years this next time. And I think most people do not pay attention to that. I honestly think it's almost, well, no, because I didn't know that he wanted to do the no term. Because I was like, well, maybe we should just let him be in for another 4 years. But
No.
if that's
He
the
was
case,
trying to
he
make
could have changed it.
Who remembers that? Ronnie Q, you remember that? When he was trying to do away with term limits because he wanted to be the president forever. Do anybody remember that? I don't know. JD, you don't remember that? Here come Ronnie Q. She probably remember that. Hold on.
No, I don't remember it because once he got elected, I was so angry. I really didn't pay attention to too much.
Hold on. That's you, RQ, Ronnie Q?
Oh yeah, this is me.
Do
What
you
were you?
remember when Trump was in office before he wanted to make it a no term limit? Do y'all remember that?
I don't remember it, but
Oh yeah.
I don't remember that specifically. But I do specifically remember this past week that he was at a rally, and he said that he was trying to say, he was talking about. Oh God, somebody's out here talking loudly. Excuse me. He said that if he didn't win, that there would be a bloodbath.
I remember that.
So now that was, what do you call it? That was catcalling. And just like he said, he wanted the Proud Boys to stay
Yep.
ready and stuff. And see, this is catcalling to his supporters.
Yep.
And he's gonna try to have plausible deniability if something, unworldly breaks out. So nobody thought they would ever see what happened on January 6th happen, but it
Yep.
happened.
The
And
resurrection.
yeah, okay, so there's that. But they covered that on the news. But in that same speech, he went a little further, and he talks so disconnected and disjointed, and one sentence means something and then the next sentence is totally off topic. He actually said that if I get elected, there will be no more elections. He said
Right.
that last week
Right.
in Ohio. So we need to be really clear. You have a lot of people who think that they're sounding really intelligent, saying, I don't vote because it's already predetermined who's going to be the president. And these races
Well,
are in many states are called by a couple of thousand people, tens of thousands of people. And you think about how many ignorant people are sitting down, not even exercising their rights to vote. Okay, and the other thing that I wanted to say about these people who think that they are some unicorn Negro and are trying to be some unique Negro by saying that they are a Trump supporter. I'm conservative on some things. See,
I
conservatives
understand.
are conservatives when it comes to the rights of other people. They're not conservative when it comes to giving rich people money and saying that they have nothing for
Mhm.
the senior citizens. And the United States is going to have the largest population of senior citizens coming up
Yep.
in 1932,
Hmm.
largest population of senior citizens that they have ever had. And they are closing down most like state convalescent hospital. And you don't want to go to no state convalescent hospital as it is, but they're closing a lot of those hospitals down, and they're developing all these high end where you can live and where you can get skilled nursing care and all of these for rich people that you have to turn over all your possessions to
Yep,
live
you
there,
do.
and you have to
Mhm.
have a certain amount of possessions to even come in the door there. And so
That's now.
the elderly are going to be in big trouble as it is right now. And let's not talk about them talking, saying that they don't have any money to keep Social Security solvent, but they do have money to cut taxes on rich people who pay absolutely nothing, who use our roads, bridge, infrastructure, and everything, but they're not putting into it. So it's a lot to talk about. I was on a
Well,
channel yesterday, and I had an ignoramus who said, with no teeth, who
um,
actually said that she's a Trump supporter because
good,
she got more food stamps under Trump
good,
than she did under Obama or anybody else.
good,
Food stamps. Okay, now the reason she got these food stamps is there's a cause and effect. She got those food stamps because during the pandemic he did absolutely
right,
nothing. He was slow to act. So many, and the whole country had to shut down, and
down.
that's why
Yep.
she got her food stamps. See, people can't think beyond their own personal greed and getting something free and thinking they're
Well,
coming up.
here's the reality. Here's the reality. See, they gonna cut all that shit down, and they gonna cut it all out,
Mm-hmm.
and they gonna take away a lot. Because let me tell you something. I have people right now, elderly people, my heart goes out to that can't afford their medication. They can't afford their medication. And I'm gonna say this, and a lot of times I don't come down here and I don't talk too much about my personal life, but it just hurts my heart when I have a patient come in and they can't afford their medication, and you got a rep who's feeding us every day, and they not spending little money feeding us, they spending a lot of money. When you have samples, $1 billion worth of samples that you have and that you throwing away if the medication expire, and you got a old person, an elderly person out there that can't even get their meds. Because see, this shit is shifting right now. That's what we need to pay attention to. It's shifting now, and the elderly are not able to get their medications. They're not able to get in-home care. See, so it's a lot going on right now when it comes to that $1 billion business. If you can feed us every day and you could spend that
Mm-hmm.
much money on food, then you damn sure should be able to let those people have their medications. Now they done made it Part A, Part B, Part C, Part D.
Part C,
And these
Part D.
people are on a limited fixed income and they can't get their medication. I told
And
my
check this out.
patient, I said,
Go ahead.
I told him, don't you ever, ever not call me when you need your medication, especially if I have samples here. I'm going to give them to you. I've thrown away plenty of medications we had to destroy because they expire. But you got a patient sitting out there that can't afford their medication. Is no way in hell that should be acceptable in the United States of America.
The United States of America has the worst healthcare system on the planet, and we are one of the richest nations in the
Mhm.
world, and we have the worst healthcare system. And like you say, like people don't realize that these pharmaceutical companies come into these doctors' offices. They buy the whole floor, the whole staff, lunch and stuff, and you're the patient who's paying. You're sitting out there as your appointment get pushed back, so these pharmaceutical companies can meet with the doctors, and then these doctors give you these samples, and then they change their prescription to so that you will be prescribed this medication
Mhm.
just because they bought your office lunch.
Yep.
I
Yep.
seen that so many times.
I done seen a lot of shit in this
Mm.
industry, in this field, and I'm just gonna leave it at that. But what I am gonna say,
Well, before
I,
you move on,
hold on. No disrespect, Kwani, but I think I made it very clear to you that I don't want you in my chat again. So can y'all go ahead and take Kwani out and go ahead and over there and call me a bunch of bitches? See, because I forgave you once and you promised me that you, no matter what went on between us, that you wouldn't go to your channel and call me a bunch of bitches. And because you didn't agree with me for having Ronnie Q, the same lady on my platform now, you called me a bunch of bitches. Y'all go ahead and take Kwani out here. Go do what the fuck you do, Kwani. I'm done with you. When I said I'm done. Y'all could go ahead and take Kwani out here. Kwani, we don't have a friendship. We don't have a YouTube ship. We don't have a anything ship. I'm done with you. You promised, and I made a fool of myself by letting you come back in my chat, come on my platform, and because you didn't agree with something was going on, you did just what you normally do. So I'm giving you the opportunity now to go over there and call me a bunch of bitches. Go ahead, Ronnie Q. So I tell you this.
well, it was my turn.
Oh, go ahead, JD. Sorry,
Yeah,
I got
because Ronnie
distracted.
Q been talking as long as she got up here.
Okay, that's okay. Go ahead, JD. Go
Oh,
ahead.
so what I wanted to say on the theme of food stamps, let's not forget about people who get food stamps but still get cash apps to spend food stamps on challenges. That's something that's crazy as heck, and I'm sure that's not the only person in the world that's doing that. That's getting food stamps, which is
You
coming from our tax-paying dollars.
you know
Um,
what?
what?
Go ahead, JD. Out after you.
Oh, oh, and then also I want to say, Mz.Teavalocity, as far even though you block Quantity, it is safe to take expired medication. During Hurricane Katrina, there was a lot of things that were expired that people had to
Uh-huh.
do in order to
Hmm.
live and stay alive.
Hmm. Well, I'm gonna tell you what. Um, uh, One of my businesses that I had before, and I had doctors, and I worked with doctors and nurses and stuff like that, and they used to take our expired medication and take it over to third world countries. Sorry, and so they do that. And let me tell you something. An expiration date is put on things for a certain reason, so to oh God, I hate to say this. Yeah, I'm gonna
To
let that
keep the
go.
company making money, to keep the
Right.
company making
It's a
more
billion
medication.
dollar business. Let
Yes,
me tell you
it's a
something. It's a billion
business.
dollar
Yes.
business. It's a business. It's a business. So, I'll just say this. If you are without medications, I'm going to tell y'all something. If you don't have money for your medication, look for the maker of that particular medication and call that particular company and tell them you don't have money for your medication, and can they send you something. A lot of times they will send you tons of samples. If Lily makes something, say for instance, this is the first thing that came to my head. Lily made plenty of drugs, but I'm just gonna say Ozempic. I'm just gonna say that. And Lily don't make Ozempic, but I'm just using that. If you run out of your Ozempic, because Ozempic is designed for to take your A1C down, right? So if you don't have that medication, you can call Lily and they have a foundation. See, a lot of people don't know, they have to research, and you have to tell them they can call Lily and get on their foundation, and they will send them their medications monthly. Is an assistant program. Basically every pharmaceutical company has them. They have it. You just have to know how to get the stuff. See, one thing about white folk, and I'm just going, oh God, I don't know. They know the loops, the loopholes, right? The loopholes. They know how to get stuff. And so when you work amongst them sometime, you need to suck up their intelligence and what they know. So you can get your medication. You just have to know how to get it. Pharmaceutical reps come in there and they bring in all that medication and they feed the employees a lot of times. And that money right there, they have a budget. They take out budgets for everything. They take out a budget to give medications away, to fund certain people who's not able to get their medication. They take out a budget for wasted medication, expired medication. They have a budget for assistant programs. I said that. So the money is there. You just have to know how to get the money. And that's where we sleep. That's some of the things we should be educating each other on. The money is there. We just need to know how to get it. See, white folks know how to get it.
That's the thing. That's one thing about some Black people. They will know the information, but they won't even give it to each other. They hoard the information because they feel special, because they know a loophole, but they're not going to give it to
No.
everybody. Now, I'm not talking about in the medication thing. I'm talking about in a lot of things. Now, say this, and you're absolutely right, because they would know these types of things at the pharmacy, but they will tell who they choose to tell. And
The
your
tell.
Black butt will not get the information. I had a cousin who uses insulin. She
Yeah.
went to the pharmacy to get her insulin, and there
Mhm.
was a man there, and he was saying, "I am out of insulin. I do not." He wanted one of those insulin pens, and they
Mhm.
wanted to charge him $130 something dollars, and he's like, "I don't have that. I need my
Mhm.
insulin. I've been out for 3 days. I don't know what's going on with my prescription." And she was in an insulin program that she had got set up with, where they gave her all of her insulin free. And
Yep.
she told that man, "Come follow me. Come follow me. I am going
Yep.
to give you one of my pens." And
Mm.
she gave him all the information to sign up for this insulin place where he could get his insulin free. What the pharmacist tell him? "I'm sorry that we can't. There's nothing we can do for you." That's what they told him.
And
A
that's
Black
a
woman.
lie. And that's a lie, because a pharmacist is able to give you at least a 30-day supply of medication and write it all. See, that's some bullshit. But that's the things that we should be telling people. We need to be really putting out information for our community to thrive, not destroy but to thrive. Like, a lot of people may not know that you don't ever have to suffer without medication. You don't ever have to suffer without medication. I told my patients, don't you ever sit back and not have medication and not call me. We'll make it happen for you, because we know the truth, you guys. We know the truth. We know what's there. We watch it every day, and so we know that that we can give them samples and stuff like that. And again, a lot of hospitals and doctors, they have tons of samples, you guys. Offices, they have tons of sample. Don't ever be without your medication. Just call your doctor's office and tell them you don't have your medication. Can they please help you? And they'll try to make a way for it. But again, you also need to be an advocate for yourself as well in the health profession, in the medical field, when it comes to your health, a lot of people don't know some things. So we need to try to educate some things. So I think it would be great if probably we do host a panel on health and wellness and tell people different programs. I'll try to get with some people, tell people different programs where they could write for their medications. Okay. That's a good thing. That's where we start. We start doing our part. Okay. Let's just start doing our part. That's all we could do. Because you should never
Yeah.
be without medication. Go ahead,
That's
JP.
that's a good idea.
Go ahead,
Well,
JP.
and this is kind of, it's still on the topic, but even in regard to the food that you have,
Mm-hmm.
um, most people assume that everything has an expiration date, but if you read carefully, it says best by this
There
date.
you go. There
It
you
does
go.
not say expired. It does
Mm-hmm.
not say that this is the date that it's expired. It says best
Yes.
by
Mm-hmm.
this date, which means that it's the best quality on
Right.
that date.
Right.
But if you happen to get it and don't use it until a couple of days
Mhm.
after, it's still not bad. And a lot of people get ripped off with
Yep.
that because they don't realize that it says best buy. Even some of the
Smart.
things up in the store says sell by.
Bye. Yeah.
Sell it by, which
Mm-hmm.
means that it's perfectly fine to eat. They just want it sold out the store by
Sure.
that date.
Right. They want to get it
Mm,
off shelves. Yep. But and
Miss
another
Eva,
thing. Go ahead,
okay,
baby.
Mz.Teavalocity, can I touch on something else that
Absolutely.
there's so much money being poured into that there has been minimal results. This homeless crisis in Los Angeles,
Mm-hmm.
it used to be just Skid Row. Now every city
Yeah.
surrounding Los Angeles has a big homeless population. Now there is billions being poured into the homeless situation. It has gotten so bad that you have mentally ill people. You know, Ronald Reagan closed down all the
Mm-hmm.
state mental hospitals, so
Uh-huh.
they have been either just turning them out on the street
Yep.
or jailing them. And in some cases, hospitals, what is that rule that they have that they must stabilize you and then transport you to a
To
hospital that
another
can care for
facility.
you?
Mm-hmm.
Huh? What is
Yeah,
it?
they have to. They
Yeah,
do.
I
They
think
have to stabilize
it's
you.
an acronym for
Mm-hmm.
what it's called. But anyway, so they had so many hospitals that were taking patients that they did not want to admit, driving them down to Skid Row in those hospital footies and gowns with their asses out
Mm-hmm.
and dumping them on Skid Row. That they had to make a law in Los Angeles County that they could not do that. But there's already a federal law that does not allow for this. So this homelessness thing, there is billions of dollars put into this, and they are all these lackadaisical gerrymandered places, these as single room occupancy
Mm-hmm.
places, some places that don't require anything from you. They can go in and they can use drugs, they can do whatever. It is just so disjointed. But they are getting all these awards, having all these banquets, giving all these accolades to a celebrity that wrote a big check and all of this. But they're getting tons of money.
There
Now
you
it's so bad in Los Angeles now that they have parking lots. Say like if Target is closed down,
mm-hmm.
overnight, they have it where people, they call it safe zones because they have cameras there and everything, where they will allow homeless people who are living in their cars to park from a certain time, but they have to leave out before the store closes at a certain time. I was like, this is the best thing that we can do in America to address our homelessness. I mean, so people see, everybody on YouTube is independently wealthy, and they don't know, and they don't have these things to deal with. While this is actually going on in the United States of America, and it's
Mm-hmm.
disgusting.
It's gonna
So
get
that's,
worse.
it's a lot to talk
It's
about.
gonna get
It's,
worse.
yeah. Who thought
It's gonna
who
get
thought you
worse.
would see it get like this? And it's going to get worse. So people don't want to talk about these serious things. I mean, I don't. Okay, that's all I gotta say.
No, no, you know what? It's frustrating. You know what? It's very frustrating because we perish for the lack of knowledge. And a lot of us over here, we gonna say in this area, are smart. A lot of us have resources and information that we need to be supplying to each other, but we spend so much time on, for real, tearing each other down. We spend so much time on tearing each other down that we not even spending a quarter of the amount of time trying to build each other up. Because let me tell you something, if it anything at any point right now is the time for unity, for us all to really, and I ain't talking about no beef sector unity bullshit. I'm talking about unity as a community, as a people, to try to help each other out, because it's just getting worse, you guys. It's just getting worse. You know, you look at it and you think, and I'm not saying everybody can't do this, but just think about it. If each person in one of a mega church, say for instance, I'm gonna take a TD Jakes, I'm just gonna throw his name out. If each one of those people in that church who was capable of paying tithes and offering, and I'm not saying nothing about that, or whatever they do with their money is their business, if each one of them will take a moment, a couple of minutes out of their time on a weekend to go to an elderly person's home and help them out, that will make a big difference, and it will keep a lot of people, living much longer. A lot of elderly people die because there's no one there for them. They can't get the companionship they need. Some of them just need companionship. Some of them need daily living care assistance. But if each one of those people who sit up in a mega church would just take time to go to an elderly person or to one of those homes, a senior's home, and help, they will make a world of difference. We're not looking out for each other, you guys. We're just destroying each other. We're not helping. Again, we're not really helping to lift each other up, but we just allowing a flock of other people to come over here who we have to take care of, and we're not even taking care of our own people. You know?
But Miss T Velocity, but
Yes,
this is
baby.
the thing though.
Mm-hmm.
The fact is, yes, plenty of us have plenty of knowledge, different walks of life, different things
Right.
that we've gone through. But the problem is the environment.
Yeah.
It's a lot of things that each and every individual could share
Yeah.
to help the next person, but they
Mhm.
won't do it.
Yeah.
Because why? I share it to help you, and then it's going to be something that could be used later on or whatever. I learned that at the beginning of this sector, to be honest, because I used
Mhm.
to try to talk about stuff within screenwriting and copyright, Library of Congress. I had so
Mhm.
many different uploads about stuff like that. And all of that stuff was used as doxing information. You see what I'm saying?
Mhm.
And so then I had to keep my mouth shut. Even to this
Yeah.
day, there are some people that I speak to
Yep.
off of here. And I actually give them solid advice, and they've given me solid advice because we
Yeah.
have a trust. The problem is this particular area, there is no trust, so you cannot help them.
Right.
I made peace with that a long time ago.
Good
I
point,
I don't
Jay.
feel like I
Yeah.
don't feel like I have blame because I'm withholding information because I made peace with it a long time ago.
You know what?
But
That's a good point, because you know what? Sometimes I am afraid, just because of the environment, the area we in, to really share so much knowledge. I'm like you, Jay Dunn, because unfortunately you have people over here that's not looking out for your best interest and don't care, and they want to tear you down. They don't want to help build up. So you take and you suppress a lot of resources and information you have. It's people in my chat that I know for a fact that work in the medical field that could be great help to a lot of people in here with resources. When it comes to politics, learning some things, politics, Ronnie Q, talent is a lot of people here who could really help. But we just don't do it because of the environment we in. And unfortunately, this environment has changed really who we are to a certain degree when it comes to wanting to share information and knowledge with your people so they can flourish and grow. So we won't be left behind. Go ahead, Ronnie Q.
but Mz.Teavalocity, let me say this. I was in the chat yesterday, and how this political conversation came up is somebody said that yes, I am a Trumper, and I hope he wins because I want him to turn around all these laws that Biden has enacted that are
People.
horrible for the nation. And what I asked her, I said, "Can you be specific? What exactly?" Which exact laws do you want him to readdress? And then I hit the panel. And while I can't say which ones for sure, see, you got a lot of people
I
who are
heard
going
that.
on talking points. And then you have a lot of ignorance that is allowed to flourish in the beef sector for some type of entertainment. A lot of mental illness running loose on the beef sector. And then every time I, try to talk, you have a buffoon up there
Mm-hmm.
talking over me, talking about, oh, she's stealing my talking points and this, that, and the other. But the Constitution has rules and this, that, and the other. No, the Constitution explains your rights. But she is just allow ignorance, not just on her, just not just on one person's part, but it's just like it's to the point where people cannot even converse on certain channels like
Mm-hmm.
human beings, because you have grown adults acting like they have Tourette syndromes and they cannot have a human conversation.
But Ronnie Q, with that being said, I agree with you. In fact, I heard what was going on, Ronnie Q. Sometimes you just can't talk to ignorant people, people who think they know it all. I don't know everything, so a lot of times I'll sit back and listen. And if I think it sounds wrong, I'll research it. If it's right,
Right.
I'll research it so I can have knowledge of it. But I'm not knowledgeable of everything. And so some people you can't even go toe to toe with. You just leave it alone. Some people will come.
Right.
Think about it, y'all. We got 106 people in here. We're not talking beef. Now think about it.
Yeah.
So it's not that we can't be influencers or we can't be a place that we could share resources and help each other out, because we're not over here talking beef, y'all. Think about it. And I still have 106 people. I don't have 1,000. It would be nice if I had could share a lot of things with 1,000, but it's okay. Eventually you will grow. That's why I say I just keep doing my thing over here. I appreciate when y'all hit my panel, like Jay Dunn was saying. She started out trying to offer people things, but then they start that doxing and shit, and then people don't even want to get involved. People don't want to engage because people don't want to, say where they work at or what they do. And it's a sad state of affair to even be put in a position like that.
And it's sad that a lot of people don't understand the power of elected offices. They don't understand the power of the House of Representatives, the Senate. Uh, they just gonna do what they want to do anyway, and all of this type of stuff because they don't understand how it works. They don't understand how things work. They don't understand the power that the president have to appoint people to the Supreme Court justice for life, and how detrimental that can be, how
Oh,
that can push us
oh,
backwards. They don't understand
oh.
how this works. So,
Mm,
uh, me and the person who I was initially trying to have the conversation with, we said she was like, well, that would be good. Why don't you do a show on that? So I'm definitely gonna do a show on it, and
absolutely.
I'm just gonna pull up some information. I don't like to give wrong information. If I don't know for
Yeah.
sure, I will let you know I'm not for sure. But
Hmm.
I'm gonna be pull up my information, and we're gonna have a conversation about it. And it's it's nothing to get mad about.
Right.
People need to really, like talent said, people really need to get engaged, because this, every election you hear this is the most
Yeah.
consequential election that we're
Hmm.
going to have. But I really do think that if we sleep on this, it's going to be to
Yep.
our own
Yeah.
detriment
So,
as Americans. So with
yep.
that, I'm going to be in the chat. Thank
Yeah.
you for having me on.
Uh-huh. And if you notice how they removing certain books, they removing our history, they not allow for you to say certain things and do certain things. is because they don't want us to be educated. They don't want us to be knowledgeable of a lot of things. Let me tell you something. Somebody was talking about bankrupt earlier. Bankruptcy. I was talking with somebody earlier and they was talking about bankruptcy. And I remember years ago, y'all, years ago, let me just tell y'all this. It had to be about 20 years ago. I worked, for some reason, in my demographic areas where I have lived, I've been around, mostly surrounded by Caucasians. And that's a fact, Caucasian. And we were talking one day at break, and I had heard several of them say they had filed bankruptcy. Y'all pick this up while I'm putting it down. They had filed bankruptcy. And I said, filed bankruptcy? What? And they was like, yeah, girl, that's the best thing to do. File bankruptcy. I filed bankruptcy and I'm building me a new home because I asked her. I said, how you building a new home and got a brand new car? And you told me you filed bankruptcy. I thought that destroy your credit and you can't do nothing. And she told me all about the game. And they've been playing that shit for years. They've been playing it for years. But as soon as people of color get a hold to the game, they switch the game.
The
So
laws
they
change.
switch the laws and the games. But they've been doing that shit for years and people look down on it, right? And I was listening to this conversation and I was like, unfortunately, some of us are so ignorant because that game has been played for many, many years where those people will file bankruptcy and build brand new houses from the ground, buy brand new cars, have bank account, and you never touch their shit. And they
But
just keep it going. It was a game. It was a game.
but you got to really look at it. Okay, you had somebody who said that he was a great businessman. That's why he could run this country. Who was a total idiot, and they bought that, and they overlooked how many times this alleged billionaire had filed bankruptcy
Oh
himself.
yeah.
See, that was
It was
all
a game.
overlooked. See, because people want to buy into the feed it to me, I don't make me think type of talk. People don't want to think for themselves. So I'm gonna step down. It's deep. I'm gonna step
No,
down
it
right
gets
now. I'll
deep,
be in
y'all.
the chat.
No, but I appreciate it because again, people think they won't come. People think that when they host, platforms like this and conversations like this, because of the area that they mentally locked into, not mentally, because there's no keys and gates and all that bullshit. I say that all the time. But we're mentally, not we, but when I say we, I kind of generalize it because we over in the sector, what they call a sector, right? So you don't understand that people will come people will come to listen to knowledge that you can share. You just have to keep at it, keep at it, keep at it. It's not, of course, it's a drama filled sector, an area, but still, if you have knowledge, people who want to grow and evolve and flourish and learn and thrive for a better lifestyle, they will come to your platform. They will come to your show. So that's what I was trying to get out. So I'm not going to let it deter me. I think we should have many more panels and platforms. Everyone on this platform, had something to offer. Talent came up because, like he said, the energy is shifting, is dark, and we have to pay attention what's going on in the real world and not get so caught up in this YouTube world because they are distracting us. They making us believe that in this YouTube world we more than who we are because they want us to keep our eyes off what they're doing to us. There will be many distractions that will distract minorities because they don't want us to get out and vote. Watch, we're gonna
Exactly.
have a lot of them. Like I said,
Exactly.
some people didn't know that Trump said when he get in office that he was gonna do away with term limits because he wanted to be the United States president for life. Some people said they didn't know it. They never heard it, but I had people in here said that they heard it.
And
Yeah.
he admires dictator. He
Yeah,
admires Kim
dictatorship.
Jong Un.
Mhm.
Not admires Xi. He admires Vladimir Putin, who won an election by 97%.
Yep.
97%. The same Vladimir Putin who you guys found was interfering in the election with Hillary. Okay, so it's a lot. It's just
Yeah.
a real lot. So I'm gonna step down, and I'm
Thank
definitely gonna
you.
do that show. If not tonight, I'm gonna do it sometime this week for sure, because it's a lot of important things going on around here. So
Somebody said, "Why
know.
think when there's Google?" Let me tell you something. When people are trying to indoctrinate you, they put what they want on these websites as well. Yes, we could research, that's why they doing away with books, certain type of books and stuff and literature, because
Right.
they don't want us to learn the truth. They
And
put a go
how
ahead.
does Google operate? You can pay to get your what you want. The first
Right.
thing that Google pulls up. So, at
Mhm.
what point are you going to get the real information as opposed to the information that was paid to be at the lead of a Google search? There's that.
Free Thinker got something up here, and Jay Dunn, I'm glad you still up here. I think she's
Well,
still with
what?
us. Go
Well,
ahead.
no. And I wanted to say there is something called SEO. You can pay
Uh-huh.
money to get
Mm-hmm.
pushed up
Mm-hmm.
in Google's algorithm.
That,
Algorithm.
yes,
So you
yes.
could still have
Mhm.
misinformation and
Right.
pay money to get pushed up in the Google search. So
Right.
whoever
Right.
said, "What about Google?"
Yes,
Yeah, you
is a
can
that's my
be
fool.
point.
right.
Hold on, let me. That is a fool, and I'm not even looking at the chat. I don't even know who said it, but you are a fool. You can pay to get your website, your video, whatever pushed
Oh
up
yeah.
into the algorithm, even if it's all wrong. So I think you should stop using Google, depending on Google, because Google
Mhm.
didn't exist in 1998.
Yep.
You had to go to the library.
But you know
The
what? They
hell?
taking a lot of stuff out the library because they don't. Hey, Victoria, baby, because they don't want us
And
to be educated. You
and
know.
that's why, and to answer that question of that person who said that,
Oh,
see, that's why you have to think. She said, why think when you got Google? That's why. That's why.
yeah, we're gonna talk now. Let's talk about the PPP loans. It's the craziest thing that people try to degrade you for doing certain things. Now I'm gonna talk about the food stamp situation that I'm hearing going on. Let me tell you something. If you need food stamps, that's good. That's good. I don't think it's a crime and I don't think it's a shame if someone offer, and I know people may think different. I heard this conversation and I was just like, See, I don't think it was a scam or a shame for that young lady to use her food stamps. I really don't. I know some people do. Oh, wait, something's back here. Go ahead. Wait, JD. Oh, okay, baby. Did something happen? Okay, I think she just left. I don't think it's a shame and a crime. If you really need assistance, those are what those programs are for. You have people out here selling their food stamps for different things, not feeding their children, using the food stamps money to buy drugs. You have people using the food stamps in a way that they weren't designed for. But if you need assistance to feed your children or yourself, I don't have a problem with people going to get food stamps. I meant this was okay. I know I threw that in there. That shit came from nowhere. But I just thought about because I don't want people to feel ashamed if they need help. If you need help, go get the help you need. It was designed to help people, but don't just get so comfortable that you live in that space. Okay, y'all.
Well,
Go
well,
ahead,
this is
baby.
my thing though, Miss T.
Go
Velocity.
ahead.
I don't have a problem with people getting food stamps if they need them
Right,
either.
right.
But I know damn well we ain't spending our tax dollars for you to use it to gamble on the food competition so that you could come up.
Okay.
That's the equivalent of somebody using tax dollars to go to the casino.
Right. I
That's
get it.
not what we paying you for.
Okay.
We paying for you to be able to put food on your damn table,
Okay.
not for you to use the
Right.
cash to gamble with it
Yeah.
to
I
see if you gonna win.
Oh, look what misunderstood saying. Misunderstood. Come here for a minute. You want to come up here? No, misunderstood said y'all that she think the person was saying that not as wait. I think the comment meant people just look stuff up now and believe whatever is online instead of thinking for themselves. Misunderstood said she think we took that the wrong way when they was talking about just look up Google. Why can't they give us food stamps? Food is expensive. Let me tell y'all so much. Let me tell y'all something. Food is so expensive. My 4 bags of grocery for, I know y'all probably laugh, for $100 that went down to 2 bags. I'm like, what the fuck? What?
Well,
That's all
well,
I got?
I'm gonna answer that question of why.
What?
When you still staying at your mama house,
Mm-hmm.
so you ain't paying nobody's rent,
Mm-hmm.
and you getting food stamps to
Mm-hmm.
scam somebody out of their hard-earned dollars that they
Mm-hmm.
worked for,
Mm-hmm.
it's scamish and problematic.
Okay.
When you living with your mom and you don't even have
Mm-hmm.
kids to provide for. Now let's not, again, let me emphasize living with your mama.
Okay. Okay.
If you living with your mama, why in the hell do
JD.
you need the food stamps? Huh?
Let me tell you something though, JD. It's rough out there. If I could get food stamps, I would get them. I would.
But you got kids and grandkids, so of course I wouldn't be upset about that.
Oh,
But when you living with your mama
stop
and
yelling,
don't have no
JD.
kids, then clearly you lied on some paperwork. Let's
No.
go to the bottom of it.
Oh,
Let's
okay.
really get to the bottom of it.
Okay. Well, let's not, JD. Let's not. Let's stay on course.
I am on course.
Kimberly,
I
that's
am on
you.
course.
That's you. That's my baby. What's going on? Look, Kimberly laughing. That's my
Oh my
baby,
God.
JD. What's up?
Hello, everybody. Hey,
Kimberly,
Miss
hello,
T.
darling.
Hey, Jay Dunn.
Hey, Kimberly Black.
King, Queen,
Look,
girl,
Yeah, girl.
girl.
that's my
Look,
little
because I'm
fella.
just like, what in the hell is Mz.Teavalocity talking about?
My little
But,
fella.
I'm
Go
not
ahead.
against anybody using their food stamps
Mm-hmm.
for to purchase food.
Right.
And in the chat rep situation, I'm not even against her using, because everybody was volunteered, was donated their money to pay for them to be in the challenge. Everybody got that. So she was gonna
Mm-hmm.
get the $30 or $60,
Either
whatever the
way.
perimeters were for her
Mm-hmm.
to be in the contest. She was gonna get that. Anybody could have got that. They participated.
Mm-hmm.
However, she was just happened to be one that have an EBD card. Now I understand the
Mm-hmm.
fact that from what I understood, this young lady has had an accident, so
Uh-huh.
she's been off from work. So that means she's either getting um, unemployment, she's either getting, workman's comp, one of
Mm-hmm.
those things. So she would
Well, wait
qualify
a second.
for.
Wait,
Hold
let
on,
her
Kimberly.
finish, JD. JD, let her
What
finish,
not?
baby.
Yeah,
Because
hold
she
on,
never
Me
gonna
and
touch
Kimberly,
that
Jay
one.
Dunn.
me and Kimberly have a
Don't.
good rapport. I'm trying to
Let me
give
finish
her
my
some.
thought, and then you can finish. You can chime in, because I
Oh,
don't want to lose my train of thought, because I'm a little older than you, so
Me too.
I can't get
okay,
distracted.
okay.
Okay, you can afford to do that. I can't. So, as again, she may be on any one of those supplements to
Mm-hmm.
help her with her income. However, with her being on those, she would qualify for EBT. Now,
Right.
she needs that for her food intake to
Right.
purchase her food. Her living with her parents or her mama, her daddy, her granny, her whoever makes any difference, because we don't know what she pays for her living expenses there. She may pay her mother money to stay there, because if my child was an adult and living in my home, he would be paying some money to stay with me, because no one lives for free. So you don't know what she pays for her pays
Mm-hmm.
to stay there. She may still have additional bills. She may have a car note. She may have car insurance that she still has to meet those obligations on a supplement income, not because she's getting her full income from working. She's off work, according to what I've heard. She's
Mm-hmm.
getting off work, getting her unemployment or getting workman's comp.
Mm-hmm.
That's not a full paycheck. So she's
Right.
already working at a deficit. She's not working at her capacity. Okay. And so I don't have a problem with her taking the money and switching it out because she may need to buy medication that she can't with that cash money. She may need to buy, pay her mother her rent portion with that money. So I can't sit in judgment of everybody in the way they choose to critique. I don't think she stole the money. I don't
Me
consider that
either.
stealing because
Me either.
we've seen her prepare a meal, we've seen her cook a meal, we've seen her use the food that was on the receipt. So there was no robbery going on, in my opinion. Now I know y'all like to beat up people when they down and abuse them and use them and all of that good shit. And some of it is a kiki and some of it is not. But in that situation, I didn't see anything wrong with what she did. I don't. That's my. Now you can go ahead and talk, girl. Go
Go,
ahead,
JD.
King. Go ahead and say
Okay,
what you gotta
thank
say.
you.
You're welcome.
Because she lives with her mom,
Mm-hmm.
and her father is deceased. God rest his soul.
Mm.
But what she told us was that she was on short term disability.
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how short term disability works for y'all,
Mm-hmm.
but don't your job still pay you
It's
because you
not the
already
full.
paid into your.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
it's
get
not the
paid, but
same,
you don't get
JD.
hundred
You
percent of the
don't get
pay.
100% of your pay.
You do not
And
get
if you on
100% of your
short,
pay.
if you on short-term disability, JD, for whatever
It's,
reason,
it's
you
usually
incapacitated.
60%.
Yep, it's only 60%, and you can be eligible for food stamps. It depends on your living expenses, Donna. So I don't. That's how I look at it.
Well, I guess it must depend on where y'all work and how long y'all been
Yeah.
working. Because I get 100%.
Well, it actually
Oh,
depends on the company that you work for,
you
to be
work
honest,
for.
because every company has different policies. And some
Mm-hmm.
policies are 60%, yours may be 100%, some may be even 40%. And some people you can upgrade your short term because I even did that. Well,
Yeah, I
I
paid to
increased
do
my short
mine. Yeah.
term payout, if
Mm-hmm.
I had to go on short term, but I'm
Yeah.
paying for it in advance. I'm not paying.
Mm-hmm.
So,
And not only that, but then,
okay, go
um,
ahead. What's your point?
so then you were saying, about that she lived with her mama. Well, it ain't like she got a rent or a mortgage. Now y'all keep forgetting that she hounded Brianna for over a week because Uppity got $100 from the damn contest that Love the Love won
Mm-hmm.
$1,300 for.
Mm. That's a lot of
How
money
in the
too.
hell? Right. How in the hell you dreamt up Uppity? She actually got kids. She actually got a 4-year old that's nonverbal. She actually got somebody that she actually needs to feed. But you
Mm-hmm.
don't. You don't. And the fact that YouTube cameras donate that money, and even with the receipt that I originally saw, she had only gave $15. Or
Mm-hmm.
YouTube cameras donated the $30, but she only used $15 of food stamps to buy whatever she needed. And another thing, this ain't the first time this happened. I
Yeah.
don't know if y'all done forgot,
No.
but Thanks Yaya
Yeah.
donated her $25 for a
Mm-hmm.
challenge at the end of last year. And she went to the Mo 3 sector, to Mahaya's panel, misunderstood. She was over there misunderstood.
Mm-hmm.
She went all over the Mo 3 sector asking for the money when Fates and another person had already gave it to her.
Mm.
So
What?
she went over there hold on.
Go
She
ahead,
went
then.
over there promoting her in a cooking challenge trying to get extra money.
Mm-hmm.
And when Yaya said she wanted her money back, Chat Rep refused to give it to the point that it ended on my
Yeah.
platform where me and Chat Rep was up there talking. Chat Rep was saying she ain't gonna pay Yaya back. And one of my supporters clicked that link and said, I like you, Chat Rep, but I just want this to end. So if I send you $50, will you refund Yaya her $25? My supporter had to give this girl who lived with her mama and ain't got a bill in her
They,
name. My supporter had to give her $50 for her to return $25. So the fact that she doing this mess again is
mm,
scam behavior.
okay, maybe that's how y'all look at it. All right, so let's continue on. So Kimberly, okay, JD,
Ma'am.
maybe that's why people look at it like that.
Right.
I'm just gonna say this. if we all over here, and I think all of us are knowledgeable people and have knowledge in different areas, I'm not going to harp on, people living situations. Let's just try, and I ain't even talking about the chat rep, let that go. But let's try to bring something to the table, you guys. Let's really try to get together and do a round table to help people with their health care resources, maybe food resources if they can't get food stamps. There's churches, there's pantries. Let's try to bring some good to the community, our community. Let's just do our part. Now, you want to be a part of destruction or you want to be a part of building? Ronnie Q says she's going to talk more about the elections. We said we was going to talk about healthcare over here. JD, what was you talking about? You say you used to offer up. Don't worry about what people will do to us. What do you say you was going to offer up?
I have a plethora of things. No, stop it. No, stop it.
Hey there, Zulu.
Girl, yes. Yes. He over there because I got a bag of stuff that came up in the Instacart. And it's buy one get one. I got like the detergent things, the little Tide balls or whatever they call the little things that you put in, the pods. And he over there up in
Don't
that
let him
bag.
get to that podge. Don't let him get there.
Well, no, it just came. So
Oh,
no, he ain't about to eat it. But
oh.
he just over there smelling because it smelled good. But anyway, what I can contribute a lot of things. As far as what I can give to the sector. But the fact is, I saw that before firsthand to where you just can't. And I'm okay with it because another reason why I'm okay with it is because many of the people that I would help today wanted me to be in jail yesterday. So if they had got what they wanted, I wouldn't be here to give them the information anyway. So fuck them.
Okay. Well, that's how you think. Well, hey, DC, what's going on, Cooler? Well, we are going to try to do, some round tables over here. You're welcome to them. Don't worry about it because most of the people you're talking about, JD, just take it around. They're not in this chat. See, only certain people will come over here. So don't worry about that. If we all over here in a round table and you have something to offer, don't suppress yourself from offering that advice because most of the people you talking about, they ain't even over here, baby. So whoever wants knowledge to come. So if we do the health fair over here, virtual health fair, or resource fair, you got something to offer, just offer it. Don't worry about the other people. I appreciate it if you join it. If you don't feel comfortable because you feel some kind of way, you have that right. I'm not gonna force you. But I believe you do probably have some valuable input that you could, help lift our community up, our people up. I think you do. I think you do.
Yeah, I really do. So I'm not capping at all.
Yeah.
You're not happy?
Capping.
No,
She
I
said
said I'm not capping. Cause you know how
cap.
people be capping like they could do this or they know this.
No, we're
Oh,
not
right.
capping. And here's the craziest thing too. So let's go here. So it's so much talent over here and so much that we can offer. And Kimberly, I think you always say there's a lot of talented people over here. The beef sector got a lot of talented
It
people, and
does.
it's a wonder that we didn't come up with our own show. And it
Hmm.
don't have to be a shit show, but
Right.
if we have writers and JD working after, it's something we could do, y'all. It's just something we just need to offer a little more than degrading each other, tearing each other, chaos and drama and stuff like that. Because time is getting short for a lot of us, and we may not even see it or we may not recognize it. They talking about this election. Like I said, there's a strong influx of dark energy. So we need to try to turn some of this shit around, you guys. We really do. We have to do our part. We just have to do our part. And I'm just asking, we'll do a health fair here. We'll get resources on how people could get their medications because not just elderly people, it's some people right here, around our surroundings who may not be able to get their medication and don't know what to do, may not have food to eat and don't know where to go. We have to be a blessing and not a bother. Point blank, period. And we never know what information we could share here that will help someone else stay alive, survive. We never know that. So we will do that, Kimberly. We will get together. We got free thinking. We have some other people. And then if you want to share your story, on any topic or situation, you can share your story. You're welcome to give it, drop my email, Kimberly, or somebody, and I promise to check it, you guys. When I get off here, I'm going to check it because I was trying to write you, Kimberly Black, and I just couldn't get the email. I kept trying to search and search and search, so I need to know. I'll go back in there and try to look for the conversation. Go ahead, JD.
Mz.Teavalocity, I just thought of a wonderful example to prove my point.
I know
And
you
this
did.
is for you and Kimberly Black.
Okay.
So when I first found myself in a legal situation at the end of November, and I came out here and I asked my supporters on my channel to donate to my legal fund.
Yep.
And when I tell you at this point it's over $1,300, the same amount or close to the same amount that Love of Love got in that competition.
That's a
If
lot of
they
damn
gave
money.
me all of that and I turned around and used legal aid, how would y'all view me? If they gave me that money to pay for a proper private attorney, and I turned around and did legal aid or legal shield or whatever in the hell that is, how would y'all view me?
JD, you know what? When it comes to people, finances, and their situations,
Oh, why Kimberly Black left?
she did. She left. It's just you and I up here. I don't view people. I don't make judgment on people. I give my money where I want to give it, and people are able to give their money to whom they want to. Now, if something goes wrong between the two parties that exchange money, that's on them. I'm not gonna get so wrapped up in there. I thought we was talking about what were we, Jay Dunn, Kimberly, and I, and other people in the chat, going to do to help each other out.
Well, no, I thought about that example and I wanted your answer about it. How would you view me?
Well, you know what? Let me tell you this, Jay Dunn. I could view it two ways, and I'm gonna let this shit go. I could view it two ways, baby. I could look at it like this. Damn, we did give Jay Dunn money, but maybe she needed it for something else, and she used legal shield. I don't know. I don't know her financial situation. I don't really know what's going on with it because I'm not a friend like that to her that I know all her business. Hey, if I gave it, let me tell you something. When you give something, baby, you give it from your heart. That's like me giving the homeless man $5, knowing that, hey, he looked like an alcoholic. And every time I hold back myself, and this true story, and I just want to go here with you. And I said, well, he looked like alcohol. I don't want to give him my money. The spirit always say, give, just give, just give. You can't worry about what he gonna do with the money. He said he was hungry. Take him at his word and give him the $5 and keep it moving. So if I gave you money, I gave it from the heart. The only way I know you didn't. Now, here's something for you. How would I know that you use legal shit unless you came down here and told me your damn business? These people come down here and tell all their business.
The same reason why we know that Chat Rep used the food stamps because she put her receipt up on there.
Right. We wouldn't have known, right? That's what I'm saying to
Right, but
you.
we do know. And also Mz.Teavalocity, I just want to call out that Gummy Bam is messing with me. I ain't said nothing to this person.
Oh, I see. Now, Gummy Bama, hold on, JD. Now, listen, we having a good conversation over here. I respect everybody come on my platform. I've asked you several times to not fuck with Jay Dunn. Now I'm getting pissed, but I'm not gonna stop my live because of you. But you went over there telling somebody that I kicked you out of here or I timed you out because I didn't like what you were saying. Now I'm gonna ask you once, and that's gonna be it. Don't tell me about no damn facts about her. I don't care about that. Miss T, I just said some facts. I didn't call her out her name. Okay, let me go back and see what you said. I know, but
No, she talked about my daddy and said that I used him being sick as a reason for people to donate. Please, bitch, my daddy done been
oh
sick, ho.
no. We not about to we not about to redirect this. JD, stay focused with me. Gummy Bama, I'm gonna tell you again. If you come in here antagonizing Jay Dunn, I'm going to put you out, and you could go and tell everybody on these YouTube streets that you banned from coming over here. You know I have a certain decorum over here, and I stick to that damn decorum. Okay. So don't come over here, start no mess. Okay, you can leave. You ain't hurting nobody. Hey, Treasure Lang. So again,
And that's the thing, Mz.Teavalocity, because I just want to say,
this little fella.
Ronnie Q is like that. Gummy Bama was right. No, y'all don't know my daddy because y'all ain't doxed him yet. And the reason why y'all ain't doxed him yet is because we don't have the same last name. And I love it.
Well, we don't want them
But
to
you can't.
dox them.
Well, but wait a second. Let me finish. Because the fact is, they want to tell me about what my daddy is going through or what I said. I ain't got to lie about a damn thing. Why would I need to lie about my daddy when I ain't lied about none of y'all asses? Hell, I done been to
Okay.
court up and down. If I done
Okay.
been, then I ain't a liar. The courts
Okay.
didn't prove me to be a liar, but y'all want to
Okay.
try to call me a liar. Wait a second, Mz.Teavalocity, because Ronnie Q tried to co-sign that, and this is the
No, no,
reason
no,
why I
no,
was
no,
on
no.
mute the whole
No,
time
no,
she
no,
was
no,
up
no,
here.
no, no. No, JD, please don't.
No,
Don't get
they
on.
brought up my daddy. How would you feel if they brought up yours?
Here you go with this bullshit. I don't appreciate them bringing up your father. And I told them, do not say anything negative towards you. You are a guest on my panel, and I respect that. And I ask that they respect it. Don't let these people ruffle your feathers. Don't you know your dad, right, JD? Come on, you know your dad. You know what
Of
your dad
course
does.
I know him, but I'm going to respond. And you
Okay,
are trying to tell me that I
there
can't.
you go. There you go. There you go. I
You're
asked
over
you
talking me while
nicely.
I'm responding.
But I'm not attacking you. I asked you nicely, JD. Little fella, ignore that. I don't want to switch this shit
I'm
around.
not ignoring
You were
nothing about my
positive.
daddy.
Okay, J Dunn, then probably you just want to leave the platform if you're not gonna respect me. I'm
No,
asking you.
I am respecting you. I
Okay,
am
okay,
respecting you. But
okay.
these
See,
people, until I pointed it out, they would have kept typing. That's
because
what
I
you
didn't
don't believe.
know. Because you know
Right,
what?
right.
Because I get focused in my conversation and I'm focusing on my guests, and we were having a conversation. So until you told me, here we go with this. Until you told me, I didn't know Gummy Bama said anything to you. Okay. So I'm asking you nicely to let it ride. I let Gummy Bama have a timeout. Okay.
Right, but Ronnie Q
All right.
also co-signed that mess like she know me.
Again, she said, I didn't co-sign anything. Let's drink about. She said, I was saying hello. Now, what Ronnie Q was saying, you so busy saying something to Jay Dunn that you didn't hear me say hello. That's what Ronnie Q said, JD. So you wrong. She said you
Do you
so
want me to send you the screen? Well, I can give you the screenshot, and then once you get it, you can call me on
okay.
the back end and apologize again.
No. Don't slick talk me. Don't slick talk me. I can call you on the back end. I could apologize right here. See, because I'm a woman of my word and I stand in my shit. So if they said something to you and I didn't see it and I jumped on you, and you feel as though that I jumped on you, then I would apologize. I don't have to call you anyway. I could do it right here because I'm a woman. I don't have to hide and apologize. If I offend you in public, I would apologize in the public. Okay. Okay. So no, I don't have to call you nowhere, baby. I can tell you right here, okay? Now, let's cut this shit out and let's keep it moving, okay?
I'm texting it to Jamila right now
You
so
don't have
that
to.
you can see. Ronnie Q did.
Okay. Okay, again, I'm not gonna sit here and go back and forth with you, okay? So What else do you have to add? Leave that shit alone. And what else do you have to add to the topic we was talking about in reference to us having a health fair and resource fair over here? What do you have to add?
Well, I'm not against it. I believe that
Right,
everybody comes from different walks of life,
right.
different professions and careers in which they can help. The thing is though, do you want to help some of these people?
Well, we
That's the
can't
thing.
worry. But Jay Dunn, we really can't worry about it because it's people who want help. It's people who want help. We can't focus on the shit people have done to us or said to us. Let's just focus on bringing it to the platform and helping people. That's all we got to do. That's all we got to do. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
Who's here for the message will be here for the message. Who's here for the resources will be here for the resources. If they don't want to, then they don't have to. We're not begging anyone to come. We was talking about something. Let's stay focused on this because again, let's turn some things around. We can easily. I used to tell my son, I got a young son who got a bad temper, and my son is 34 years old, y'all, and I've been working with him for many years. I tell him, I said, if you just step back, son, and before you respond, because I mean that dude is short fused. He will go from 0 to 100 and above 100. I said, just think about it. How can you turn this situation around, son, before you fall right into it? So don't worry about what people have done in the past. I'm talking about bringing something new. I've invited you. You have the invitation. You come or you don't.
Mz.Teavalocity, I'll definitely show up because I still
Okay.
continue to support you.
Yeah.
Um, However, like when we got, how can I put it? So we got this other sector coming in, and
Oh,
everybody is expected to fight.
oh,
But at the same time, I'm here minding my business, talking about politics with y'all. Sat up here on the
God.
panel with Ronnie Q and didn't say nothing about her wrong.
No, you
But
did.
then she got to getting cutting up in your chat, and then I need to be quiet. Why? You protect your kids, don't you? I protect my daddy. I should.
I protect you too. I protect you too. Because I tell you this, and maybe it's my age and my maturation, but I protect you too. Because just like I told you, I told my son, a lot of times you don't have to answer because somebody calls you. A lot of times it's not a matter of protecting you. Sometimes it's just protecting your peace, Jay Dunn. We're not gonna go through that. We're not gonna go through that. You know how I feel. You know I ain't gonna change how I feel. And I know that sometime you will go toe to toe with me, and that's okay. I got that. Like I said, let's turn this around. Let's not focus on the bullshit. Okay. Okay.
Okay, well, please, can you just have them people to stop giving me bullshit when I'm
I
here?
will. I tried to. Did you see me try to? Did you see me try to? Did
Yeah,
you see me try to? Okay.
I know that you did try to, but
Mhm.
at some particular point, I'm gonna speak up for myself
You
because
okay?
again, when the man was over there doxing me, I spoke up for myself up in his damn raggedy chat. And I'm
Well,
still gonna speak up for myself over here. And that's why when they all getting doxxed, I don't give a fuck. Because I can't
okay.
even talk about damn Trump and politics over here without people fucking with me.
Okay. So you don't care. You don't care. Don't get in it. I say. You know what I say? Stay in your own lane. Don't worry about them. They all grown. They'll take care of themselves. Okay. All right. Just
Oh,
stay.
and that
Stay.
well, one thing before I go, Miss T Velocity, because I didn't mean to ruin your broadcast,
You
but
didn't
they
ruin
coming at me.
anything. You didn't ruin
But
anything.
I want to say to Gummy Bama, I still got
She
your
ain't here
email
no more.
address. Now,
Okay. All
if
right.
it wa-
Bye, Jay Dunn.
no,
Don't do
no,
that.
I'm not about to dox her over here.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not about to. But if
Mm-hmm.
it wind up over there at MHB,
Oh.
girl, I don't want you to say a
Bye.
damn
Bye.
thing.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Bye. Jay Dunn. Bye. Be good. Bye. See you on the street somewhere. Don't worry about it. Some people have to have the last word, you guys, and it is what it is. Gummy Bama, you know You do this shit all the time, baby. And I don't know who you are. They say you're a troll, and I don't grace too many platforms. And you come over here, and I don't know if you just come over here to disrupt my show, but I'm gonna ask you not to come over here if you continue to mess with her, okay? If you continue to mess with her, please don't come in my chat. You already know I have a certain decorum over here. And it seems like you come, you use it, ho. I know the fuck y'all will use it. Shit, you banned and you don't have to come back to this motherfucker. And no, I'm not going to do what I don't want to do. Anybody else want to come up here? We gonna keep it moving until I get ready to end it. And I'm about to end it anyway. But no, you don't come over here telling me what I could do and call me hoes. You got life real. You guys, okay. Okay. She knows exactly what she's doing. She'd be like a fly, but yeah, it's okay. It's okay, y'all. I got this, truth and reason. You guys, I was going to end it anyway, but I'm never going to end it because chaos ensues or erupts. I'm going to redirect it and I'm going to keep it moving. Oh, okay. She was telling her, but I asked her to stop it. I asked her to stop it. Hold on. I got two people back here, but I'm not going to end my stuff because a little disruption come. K Black, that's you. Queen Diva, that's you. Queen Diva, that's you.
Yes, it's
Kimberly
me.
Black, that's you. Hold on. Kimberly Black, mute. Go ahead, Diva. Go ahead, baby.
Okay, my thing is this. I understand what's happening in the chat, but you can't control what people say. Gummy Bama do that everywhere she go, you
Right.
know? So you can't control that, you know? And you can't. Hello?
Yeah, turn your background down, Queen Diva.
I'm pausing it now.
Okay. Well,
Yeah, you can't. I know. I mean, like, that's Gummy Bama. And I didn't see, I'm watching, I'm looking, you know, it is what it is. Everywhere Gummy Bama go, Jay done there, Gummy Bama gonna say something. You can't entertain what everybody say about you or your family. You know, come on now. You got to be bigger than that, Jay Dunn. Let Gummy Bama be, because Gummy Bama is messy. She don't know your father. She don't know nothing about you. So just learn to ignore some of these people on here because it's not worth it.
But
and I didn't see Ronnie Q say anything negative. I'm reading the chat.
She didn't.
I ain't hear her say nothing about Jay Dunn's father in our chat.
No, Ronnie Q didn't. But let me tell you this too, Diva. And you may not like this, but I'm gonna tell you the same thing. You know, and you know I love you with all my heart. But let me tell you what I'm not gonna do. MU, that's you?
It's me.
Thank you, baby. Thanks for joining me, MU. Let me tell you what I'm not going to do, Queen Diva. I'm not going to allow someone to come in here and disrupt my shit, okay? We were having a positive environment over here. We were talking how to uplift and not tear down each people. Tear down people. So when Gummy Bama do come in, we know she always mess with Jay Dunn. Whether she's a troll or not, we all know Jay Dunn. She's going to respond. Maybe you may not respond. Maybe Kimberly Black might not respond. Maybe MU and Mz.Teavalocity won't respond. But we know who Jay Dunn is, and we just got to accept her for who she is. But I'm not going to let somebody come in here and redirect my show. I don't give a damn who it is. And so if I have someone disrespecting the platform, Regina, put up Kimberly Black, put up my banner on respect and decorum and stuff. I'm not going to let nobody come in here and redirect it. And so if she comes in here and she's messing and disrespecting the people on my panel, I'm going to put her out of here. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. I'm not going to stop my show. I'm not going to keep getting all upset. I'm just going to put it out because you intentionally coming over here to disrespect me because I've asked you several times not to say anything to Jay Dunn. But you come in fucking with her. And I think that's unfair because she's a panelist of mine, and I want respect for all panelists. I don't care who it is. This is not a romper room. This is not a free fall. This is not a circus. We have a certain decorum over here, Diva, and I'm not gonna change it, sis. I
Okay,
respect what you're saying, but
I
I'm not gonna
understand.
change it.
I definitely understand that. But my thing is this: stop reading the chat. Because if you reading the chat instead of focusing on the platform, that's an issue too.
But that's
Okay,
who
that
she
happens in
is.
every chat. You can't control what people say and do. I don't. Me personally, I don't think it's that serious. And if it is, go to your platform. Don't get on here with that screaming and hollering because Jay Dunn don't realize she really raised her voice just now. I don't know if her mic is loud, but I know she has a loud squeaky voice too, also, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. Different strokes for
Okay,
different
I got
folks,
you, baby. I
to
got
each
you.
his own.
I got you. But I do know too that you have people here. Hold on, MU. I'm gonna let you and Kimberly. But I do know too, Diva, that you have people who come to disrupt your peace in life. And that's what they do. That's their job. They are chaos demons. And so when things were going positive and we all was engaging in a positive manner, why would you come in to disrupt my platform when I asked you several times not to do it? You see where I'm going to, sis?
Yeah, I understand that too.
Let's just
But
agree to disagree, sis.
okay, right. All right. We'll discuss it later, sis, because I
Let's
have my own feelings about that. But when
okay.
it get that serious, and this happen all the time, you take to your platform and go in on Gummy Bam. Because some things is just not worth entertaining. If you focusing on the conversation we're having here on this platform, don't
Mm-hmm.
let no troll come in and interfere like that. That's gonna make you blame it on the host. Look what Gummy
Yeah.
Bam. That's like really childish to me, but that's my opinion. So don't judge me. It is what it is.
Oh,
I'm
it is
good.
what it is.
Sorry.
I respect you, sis. What's happening, Kimberly Black? Kimberly Black, y'all got me started. What's happening, Kimberly Black?
You're gonna let Miss MU go. Hey MU.
Go ahead, MU.
Hey
Thank you,
Queen Diva.
baby.
Hey,
Thank
ladies,
you.
I'm sorry. I'm going back on mute. Matter of fact, I'm going to leave now. Okay. I'm in
Yeah.
the chat.
All
Bye.
right. You can stay up here as long as you
Thank
want
you.
to,
I
because you
know, sis.
know
I know. I
at the
know.
end of the day, we always gonna be together. Go ahead, MU.
Right.
Thank you, darling, for sharing. For coming up on the platform. Go ahead, baby.
Hey, I actually you have a really good show. I enjoyed listening to you. But I wanted to hit your link a while back ago when you were talking about change and how sometimes people don't um want to let go of your past.
Mm-hmm.
That really registered with me, and I just want to thank you for your show. You have a really good show, and that hit hard because sometimes people don't want to let go of your past. And I
Mm-hmm.
know you said this a while back, but one of the reasons why is because they want other people to remember how you used to be instead of who
Right.
you are now. So that's what I was
Mm-hmm.
coming to say.
Because it makes them comfortable. Because people don't want to see you do better. Because some people are really hurt, I told you, and broken, battered, and abused, and they stuck in a certain mentality. So of course it's better if I see the old MU than to see the new MU because I'm stuck in the old me. Because I'm not evolving, I'm not
Mm.
flourishing, I'm not changing. I didn't have the strength to change. So people will always look at you in that light, and especially when you're in an environment like this, and you have to remember too. You might not like what I'm about to say. I don't know if you watch me very much, but they'll tell you I shoot straight from the
I
hip.
stay in the clouds.
Okay, they tell you I shoot straight from the hips. You allow people into your life, and then they believe they have interest into your life anytime they get ready to have interest. You go back and forth with people. When you went over to your sector, and I watch you, MU, I watch you, I just want you to know that I'm gonna be honest. You engage with people who want to see you in your same position. See? Even if you're not getting high or you don't drink, they want to see you and keep you in your past. And because you allow them to engage and come into your life, you give them the right to say what they want and do what they want to you. Believe it or not. Believe it or not. And some people may not like that, what I said. You get where I'm going?
I do engage. And the reasons why I get I do engage. I get
Mm-hmm.
angry. I go back and forth. I don't take the shit. Well, I do take it personal sometimes, but I'm mostly engaging because I'm like, you come for me, I come for you.
Right.
However, these last few days, I have decided not to do that because I realize that for them, it's just giving them commentary where I'm talking
Exactly.
about something that I feel is real and serious. They're taking it back. They want to poke the bear so they can go back and talk about it on their own platforms. So
Right.
that's something that I'm trying not to do anymore.
Hmm. Good for you. You know, you have your own people over there. You have your, it says the sobriety sector, you have your own sector. Let me tell you something. When you really about business, right? And you're really trying to, again, enhance your audience, uplift your audience, tell your story, and you have like minded people there, they're going to gravitate towards you and they're going to uplift you. But as long as you engage with the nonsense, the back and forth, and telling your business, coming on here, making it about you, they're going to do just what they're doing to you. Okay? And that's never going to change. That's never going to change. They're going to continue to beat you down because you engage.
You're right. And like I said, I'm usually in your clouds when I listen to you. Today, I happen to be driving, and then for thinkers like, get over there, you need to hear this, blah blah. And I'm so glad I did, because when you were talking about change and stuff like that, it really hit hard. And your ideas about the round table talks and having positive conversations
Mhm.
sometimes when you were talking about politics, all of those things are things that I'm passionate about as well. But it gets clouded because I end up in some kind of argument or debate, and I'm going back and forth, and I'm not beef sector. So but I get caught up in it, and it's just time to do something different. I'm just really glad I caught your live stream today.
Well, thank you. I'm just, I just want people to understand when you change and you to include myself. When you change, you have to change environment. You do. Because most people think association bring on simulation. Now, I've been in situations where I haven't done the things that people I was hanging with have done, but people assumed I did them. They assumed I got high. They assumed I did this. They assumed because of the company that I was keeping. And so when I wanted to make sure that I stood alone and like, oh man, now people was beginning to say that I do this and I do that, and people are looking, so they approaching me the wrong way. I had to leave. I had to leave in general. I just had to go because I didn't want to be associated with those people. And you remember that. People say a lot of things about you, MU. I've been around for a minute since you came on the scene. And like I said, they say those things because you give them power. You hand over power to these people. You have to separate it. This is what I want to do on my platform. This is what my platform going to be about. And most people, think about it. Most people who don't believe in you or your sobriety or your well-being, they're not going to come. And that's how you weed out the bad people, the people who's really not for you. The people who's for you, they're going to gravitate towards you because they're going to see where you are a different person. But as long as you let these people into your life by coming on here and entertaining them and getting that bad attention to them, you never changed, baby. And that's just a fact of the matter. People will always doubt you until you change.
You're absolutely right. And I'm not going to interrupt your show. I came up here to tell you that. And I agree with you 100%. And it's so interesting that you said that, because I was already thinking, you know what? This isn't working. I love hanging around, I hang around
Mhm.
anybody. I don't give a damn what sector they're from.
Right.
But at the end of the day, there's just been a lot of nonsense. And there comes a point where you just get tired and you realize that your message is getting lost in all of the other stuff that you got
Right.
going on.
And
So
what
go
oops, I'm
ahead.
sorry. What is it benefiting you? What benefit do you get? It's people have to, benefit for something. What benefit do you get by going around people who beat you down and doubt your sobriety? How does that benefit you? How is that making you grow? How's that making you stronger to be the best MU you can be? Hey, Charlie, baby.
Hey, Charlie. Honestly, I was thinking a lot of these people that are upset with me got the same kind of issues. I'm just more vocal about it.
Right.
So I never really let it get to me. I was always thinking, like, you know what? Number one, I live a good life. Yes, I've had these issues, but
Yep.
I was thinking more or less of breaking the stigma surrounding substance abuse
Mm-hmm.
disorder, mental health, trauma, and stuff like that. And sometimes I end up in these beasts because of the sector that I'm in. And I'm not putting it on anybody else because I obviously participated because I didn't have to respond. And I do respond. But I'm telling you that these last few days, I'm looking back at everything that's going on, from all the doxing, from
Mm-hmm.
all of the people's life affected, calling people's kids. I really didn't, that's not what I signed up for. So I'm
Mm-hmm.
going back to my messages. That's why I was really excited about your live stream today and
Thank
how
you.
I'm seeing you conduct your
Mm-hmm.
panels. And you're like, hey, this is what we're going to talk about. We're going
Mm-hmm.
to stay on this course. And it is uplifting. And I'm all
Mm-hmm.
for that. And that's more what I want my panel to be about. Despite all the things that I've done in my past 2019, 2020,
Mm-hmm.
this is where I am today. And I am
Mm-hmm.
sober today. And I'm really proud of that, you know?
I appreciate you joining my panel because, again, like I said, a lot of people may not like me because I shoot straight from the hips, but ain't nothing fake about me. Ain't nothing fake about me. You have heard me go off, I'm sure. You have heard me remain calm, but I do have a level of respect for my people in general, no matter where they at, where they've been, or where they going. It's just a level of respect I have for people. Now, if people take that as a weakness, or whatever, that's on them. I don't allow people to dictate who I am, who I am. And I think when we get so caught up in some of this beef YouTube stuff and wanting, to prove to people is more of a thing that I'm trying to prove to you who I am instead of I'll show you who I am. I can talk to you and tell you who I am, but that doesn't cut it. I have to prove to you who I am. That you get caught up in trying to prove to people who really don't really mean shit to you. Do you know these people in real life?
No, not most of them, but you do demand your respect. And I'm telling you, your stream today just really, it was just really spot on. And I'm finding that stuff out. All the stuff that you're saying, I'm finding it out now. And I'm going to less panels. I'm really trying to stay in my lane, but I just know that after everything, I'm telling you, it's just I don't like what's going on. I mean, we may say that, oh, it's all fun and games and it's just
Mhm.
YouTube, but what I see these last few days with everything, I don't want to mention anybody's name, is stress.
Just leave
I,
it. It's very stressful. And it's dark energy over here, baby. It's dark energy over here. And let me tell you something. Whatever is going to happen, I don't live in fear, is going to happen. I'll cross that bridge when it comes, but I'm gonna always come down here and be Mz.Teavalocity. I'm not gonna change for anyone, no matter what people do to me. I have the emotional intelligence, I have the maturation that lets me be individual and do my thing, so it's not going to affect me. Okay?
I hear you. And on that note, I am going to jump into your chat, but thank
Be-
you for having me up. I just really appreciated your live stream. I'm in your clouds.
All
I'm
right,
before
really
you
baby.
excited to
before
talk
you
to
leave,
you.
MU,
Yeah.
hi. I do want to tell you that I commend you for your accomplishments. I want to recognize you and lift you up, honey, because I've seen the beginning. I was in your clouds a while back too, and I commend you. I commend you. And don't let people judge you for your past because you're not your past. You're living in the present. And if you've taken some time to self reflect, but have you recently have an accident or whatever it was that made you think differently about how you want to go on with your YouTube career or your life in general. I
Mm-hmm.
commend you for that because a lot of people don't have that fortitude to stop and say, you know what, let me self-examine myself. Let me see how I can be something different. Let me see how I can bring something positive even in a negative environment. We all have something positive that we can bring to the situation. And I commend you, sweetheart. I really do. I applaud you 100%. And I may not mean nothing to you, but it was touched my
Mm-hmm.
spirit to tell you that so that you can keep moving in the positive direction. Finish your school, stay on your sobriety, keep
Yep.
making your content.
Yeah.
and make it so it's positive so that you can influence somebody. Because people, your walk of life will touch somebody's life. It might not touch everybody's. And of course, you're going to
Exactly.
always have naysayers, but it's
Mm-hmm.
not what you answer to, it's not what they call you, it's what you turn around and answer to. Everything does not deserve a response.
Mm.
Hint that goes to anybody, because you may say something negative about somebody in the chat. They may say something negative about you in the chat or on somebody else's platform. You don't have to respond to it. You think Beyonce respond? People said stuff about her, and do you see her getting on social media and fighting back? None of those people do that. They don't have to do that because they know what they're doing. They know their personal life. Those other people are outsiders looking in, wanting to have a glimpse of your life, and it doesn't deserve responding to. So I commend you, sweetheart. Keep doing what you're doing.
Thank
Thanks,
you,
Queen.
Kimberly.
I
I really
appreciate
appreciate
that.
that. I'm gonna say this because when I tuned in, I came into the part where you guys are talking about change, right? And I do get a little nervous and anxious the first time I hit somebody's link. Okay, but let me tell you this. It just meant a lot because we're so busy putting each other down. I don't care if you're trying to quit drugs, you're on a weight loss journey, whatever it is. We do a lot of times, people are ridiculing you and trying to put you down, but you don't realize it's less about you and it's more about them. They're afraid. Everything that you guys have said, they're afraid of the change that they haven't done. Sometimes
Right.
they want to see you in your past, so they're going to call you, crackhead, meth head, whatever, because they want to
Mm-hmm.
remind you of where you come from, so you don't see where you have the potential of going. I keep
Mm-hmm.
all these things in my head, but not just for myself, because I see other people go through it. I don't care what the change is, and it's like, why do we tear each other down when we're trying to do better? At first, it's like we will applaud each other, right?
Mm-hmm.
But when you see the change actually happening, that's when the insults come and the criticism and the doxing and
Mm-hmm.
all of that. And those are things, I'm not even speaking from my own experience, but
Mm-hmm.
other people. And it's like, damn, we needed this conversation today. Things have gotten so dark, so out of hand, not just with me, but with other people. And I'm like, you know what? I'll start with myself. Let me go in a different direction. Let me share some of the things that I've been through and put a positive aspect.
Yes.
I did
Yes.
just finish school. I completed
Yes.
my program. I'm getting ready to go into another program, and I'm
Mm-hmm.
approaching 2 years in sobriety. So things are different, and I should be sharing that more instead of beefing back and forth with people that I know have their own insecurities, their own problems, and their own things that they're dealing with. And sometimes they're just projecting onto you. It's not always about us, it's about what they're going through and how they're dealing with it. And sometimes they take it out on other people, and we just have to recognize that.
Yeah, and everybody is not happy in their life. And remember, misery loves company. If people not happy, they want you to be unhappy. A lot of people don't like to see when people smile and celebrate and just different facets of their life on a positive note. A lot of people don't want to see that. They just don't want to see it. But the more you show things like that, sometime not getting too personal, people will start wanting to, how does she smile all the time? Why is she so happy? Why is she being blessed? So it's your job sometime to share certain things with people, but I wouldn't share my whole life with them. I never come down here and share my life with people. Every now and then I may say something, but again, I'm hesitant because I know everyone, how they say that, every fan is not your, wait, how they say that, y'all? Y'all know that little saying. Anyway,
I know they're called
everybody in
super.
my
I
front,
call them super fans. I call them super fans when they're overly invested in your life. They want to hurt you. I know the saying you're trying to say, but it's
no,
like fans.
everybody in the front seat is not your, everybody in the front pew, some ain't praying for you. Some y'all know what I'm trying to say, damn it. But anywho, you know what I'm saying? They could pretend like it. And there's a lot of pretend that goes on YouTube because this is a place that you could pretend. Think about it. This is a place you could pretend to be anybody you want to be. So, with that being said, I just would say to you, keep on striving to be the best in you. You could be the best mom, the best wife, girlfriend, lover, whatever y'all want to call. Just be you and don't let these people get in your head because being in this environment in you, and I'll tell y'all, being in this environment sometime can cause a person to backslide. And the reason why I say that is because they trying so hard to do the right thing, and then they get into all these scuffles and all these kerfuffles over here, it just rattles them and they go to what makes them calm or what they used to do. See, it'll take you back to what you used to do, right? And that's why we have to be very careful engaging with things on here, because it's getting into our real spirits and it can break us. So be very careful when you get in these little kerfuffles, because again, I know every time I get upset, this is just me, the habit I have, I smoke, right? Every time I get upset or get frazzled, I run to what comforts me, and that's a cigarette, because it's an addiction, right?
Mm.
It's an addiction. So don't get so caught up in this YouTube for whatever reason it is, to get the attention, to be famous, for people to like you, to just share so much of you, that these people will cause you to do something you don't want to do. I watched a lady the other day, a young lady who tried to fit in so much, who have done so much, to include, I'm sure, paying her way to a certain degree, break down. And not that I love her so much, not that I'm so goo goo gaga over it, but I'm a person, I'm a human, and it bothered my heart that someone would allow people that they really don't know to get in their spirit, that would bring them to tears. That means you need to take a break. You need to leave. You need to leave YouTube when it gets like that, because it'll make you run to something that you used to be familiar with, that you used to use as a coping mechanism. Okay, baby?
Good
So
words. You're right, 100%. I
that's
agree with
just
you.
me.
And you do go back to what's familiar, and I know
Yep.
exactly what you're talking about.
Yep. So that's all. I'm not here to preach. I'm not trying. I'm just here to be me, baby. I appreciate you very much. I'm going to get ready to end this show. It's been
Thank
two
you for
hours
having
and
me up.
37
Thank you.
minutes.
See you later, Kimberly. I'm going to jump into your chat so you can finish your show.
Oh, okay. You put it right there, baby. Go ahead. Put it in the whatchamacallem.
Oh, I put it in the right.
KB, you put it right there. So, you
I,
guys, this
I'm a,
have been. Go ahead.
oh no, I was going to say I'm gonna drop down too, but I
Okay.
would absolutely love to participate at a round table where we provide information and resources
Okay.
for anyone, especially regarding healthcare or any other topic for that matter. Just uplifting and keep it moving. Okay.
I think
I'm,
yeah, I think how we gonna do tackle this, Kimberly, we'll probably tackle piece by
yeah.
piece, because there's a plethora of information we really could get out there. So when we think about it, we just gonna spearhead, I mean, we just gonna come together and see, okay?
Okay.
We gonna
Okay.
see, because I think we could do the resources on how people could get medications that's not available to them or they can't afford. We could get a list of resources and bring that, and then one day we could talk about shelter, or how the elderly, companionship and different programs that's out there. And some people don't know that they can get paid for taking care of their family members as well,
Exactly. Hmm.
so we can try to tackle all that, okay?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So, all right, girlfriend,
I'm,
I done had enough.
all
Whew.
right, then I'm dropping back down. Everyone have a
I
good.
appreciate you so much. I
Absolutely.
appreciate you so much. And I'm going to end with this. I'm going to end with this, you guys. I think this was a great live. And yes, sometimes things happen, but again, I am the owner of this platform, and it's certain things that I command over here. I demand over here. And I'm no one's mother on here, right? But I'm coming here to give you all commentary and content and entertainment. So at times things could get a little rough, but it's my job to rattle, to ring things back in. And that's what happened. It happens quite a bit. I don't get too mad with people, because see, I'm beginning to learn people for who they are and meet them where they are. But what I'm not going to do is allow anyone in here to disrupt my platform and disrespect my panelists. I've been that way from day one, and I'm going to continue to be that way, because guess what? It works for me. Now, if you don't know how to come in here and you can't engage in the right manner, then I just ask you don't come in here. I put 2 people out today. I don't give a damn about it, y'all. I don't care if they go to their platforms and cuss me out. They could go all over the YouTube streets and cuss me out, do what they want. They could call me a bunch of bitches, make 100 videos about me. It's not going to change who I am. Trust and believe when I come on next time, I'll be Mz.Teavalocity. And I'll do the same thing. Oh, look at my Herman the Monster little thing. I'll do the same thing I always come down here to do. Be me. With that being said, you guys be blessed, and I'll catch y'all on the flip side. Thank you so much to my great mods and the people who engage. Make sure you hit that like. If you didn't hit it coming in, please make sure that you hit it going out. I appreciate everyone who joined me today and who engaged and graced my panel. Nothing has changed. It still remains the same.